Welcome everyone. We're the We're the what? Okay. I'm gonna just start again. Everybody pretend this never happened. Okay. Welcome everyone.
This is awesome.
We're the Bad Plans D&D crew. My name is Jay. I'm the Dungeon Master, and this is episode 12 of The Long Death, our ongoing and persistent and epic Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We're live every Wednesday night at 9 Central here on Twitch, and if you miss an episode, or if you're awesome and want to go back and watch all the episodes leading up to this point, we're on YouTube as well. So you can check out all the back episodes there. We're a brand new channel. We're just getting started with this stuff, so if you're not already, please consider following us here on Twitch and subscribing on YouTube. As a new channel, that stuff really helps us out a lot. In fact, we're about to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, which seems like a small number, but that actually unlocks some really neat stuff. So if you guys wouldn't mind going over and hitting the subscribe button, that would be awesome. And it's free, and there's no reason not to. So thank you for that. And we have 3 insane announcements tonight. I'm very excited. The first one is that we have a guest player for the first time ever. Please welcome Tej to the Bad Plans stream.
Fix the portraits, Jay.
Oh, you gotta fix the portraits.
No, I want to be Belrissa.
You want to be Belrissa?
No, I don't. I don't know how to do that.
Let's see. Oh man, this is gonna get crazy. As you introduce yourself, I'm gonna try to rearrange this stuff here. So let's see.
My name is Kins.
I am a druid.
Nope.
I don't want a talking cat though. Ziggy's a little too much for me.
I get
That
it.
was Belrissa. Now you have to cast fireballs all the time.
All the time.
And
For no
let's
reason.
see,
Just
I'm
fireball.
here. You wanna?
Yeah.
Dang it.
Okay,
This
so
is-
hi, I'm
insane.
Tej. I'm just, there's nothing unique about me. I'm not anything interesting. I'm just a nerd who's addicted to everything all the nerds are addicted to, particularly Destiny 2. Big time Destiny 2. It's what I do on my stream. I stream on Twitch. It's my main form of content creation. And I've been dabbling in doing Destiny character impressions on TikTok. So if that's your jam, head over to TikTok.
Wait,
and,
will you do
I feel
one
like
for
there's
us
a
here?
huge crossover here.
Will I do
Between,
one
like-
here? Oh,
Someone in
I
the Teach crew has to post that. Like, put the TikTok in our
TikTok?
chat so we can get
Somebody
that
wanna
later.
plug my
Yeah, because
TikTok?
that's hilarious.
Stop making
Um,
teach happen. It's not
So
gonna
does
Teacher.
anybody know any Destiny character? Like, if somebody wants to share, if you guys know any, I'll try to do one. I can do 10 different characters. So
I don't know.
you can.
Oh my gosh!
Tell us what your
It's
favorite.
been so
dude.
long since I played
The main guy that's like the gun storyline guy.
the guy that died.
The guy with the gun.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite
Who
one.
died?
This is the saddest thing. Cade is his name.
Yes,
Cade,
yes,
Cade,
yes.
Cade is about the only character I cannot do.
Oh.
Listen, it's because all credit to Nathan Fillion. He has an incredibly unique voice that is
Yes.
almost impossible to mimic, and I would be doing a terrible injustice if I even tried.
All right, get a random one then. We all played this.
You guys familiar with Lenny James, the actor? He plays Morgan in The Walking Dead, and he was in Blade Runner 2049 as the Orphan Keeper.
Yeah.
Okay. So he actually voices a character named Lord Shax in Destiny. He is the announcer of the Crucible, the PvP mode. So
Yes.
Okay.
and so I can do a Shax for you guys. I can, let me just relax, Guardian. You're scaring them. And that's like a line that you get if you're on like a killing streak or something. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Fantastic.
That was incredible. That was so good.
Is that also Kira's voice?
I was gonna say this is the voice you're doing tonight, right?
Ooh.
My name is Kira. No, it's not. It's not at all what it is. No. Kira does have a British accent, so get ready for that. It's gonna be pretty good.
Oh, dude, Nightbot killed the Link and Red Dagger TV. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Because we're not
Oh.
supposed to post links because
We're a
Nightbot's
mess.
dumb. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll get
man.
this. Listen, we got a lot of new things going on tonight. We'll figure. We'll get this sorted out as we go. Tej, I don't know if we've ever talked about this, but my day job, I work at a company called Faceware, and we do facial animation stuff, and we've done all the facial animation for both Destiny games with Bungie. So, you know,
you never talked about that.
thought you might. Yeah. So I was involved with the facial pipelines for both. It just occurred to me literally that we've never talked about this. I've known this guy for years, and I like literally watch your stream about Destiny. So anyway, we'll come back to that minor detail. Okay, Announcement number 2. Belrissa, what do you got for us?
We have merch.
Merch.
Yay. So I think there's like 4 different shirts up there. If you type !merch, you will get the link, and it's right there in chat.
It's not merch.
It's not merch.
It's
We're such a
not
mess
merch.
today.
We have merch, but you type swag because merch didn't work for reasons.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's okay.
And it's swag. It's swaggy.
It's the swaggiest
better than merch.
So buy our merch and look
Yes.
awesome.
Bingo.
And Belrissa made all these shirts, so they're pretty good.
I had
Very-
to up-res
Vin
the
is
logos
really
and
excited
everything.
because now
I'm
he won't
super
have to
excited.
worry about his fashion choices.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
Yep.
I no longer have to think about what I wear on game nights.
a
My
good- it's a
shirts
good
are
thing.
in the mail. I got the announcement today.
Vin's
Excited.
trying real hard not to get killed off permanently. That's what
That's
I'm getting from this.
I'm gonna be wearing a logo.
Guys,
every-
I totally bought like all this character stuff. I'm gonna do some cosplay. You can't kill me.
That's right.
Keep
I got my
Vin.
character face on it. Yeah.
Oh,
The
there's
best plot
a
armor.
baby onesie merch.
There's a baby.
I
one.
saw those. So cute.
You should get one for the baby.
They
Yeah,
fit
I
on
should.
dogs. I hear the onesies also work on puppies. So you know.
Oh
You
my
can,
God.
So Mav needs a
Now listen.
one.
just
Yeah,
saying.
we would need to be the size of like to fit a 10-year-old child. But, you know,
Okay, maybe small child shirt.
A small shirt. Yeah, a child shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Listen. I don't mean to cut you guys off because our merch is real nice, and Tej, you're a real nice guy. But announcement number 3.
Yes, man, we're so excited to have back again our friends from Next Level Gaming and GRIO'S Guide to the Wildlands. And today, if somebody can put the sponsor link in there in chat, because man, these guys' Kickstarter is going crazy. They just passed $10,000, which is 2/3 funded. And really the goal was to do half of their funding in the first day, and they're already 2/3 like 6 hours in, or whatever this is now, 9 hours in. We're super excited for them. Obviously this has been what we've been pushing this whole time, is this Kickstarter. We encourage you guys, if you haven't yet, check it out. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, please back them. But let people know. Yeah, man, I think all of us here have actually backed it today. And so we're looking forward to it. We're excited about it. And man, thanks Tej, by the way, for just jumping in and then backing this. It's local content creators here in town, and it's awesome stuff. We hope not to see any of it tonight because it's also deadly. And so I'm sure none of these things are going to pop up as we go. But no, it's exciting and it's fun. And we're just looking forward to it. We also do have another giveaway, another seat to one of their games, because they got started by just forming professional D&D groups. So they have 7 professional DMs and growing, and they have games like 50 games a month. So I mean, they're just running games all the time. If you want to get into D&D, you can go check those guys out. But definitely make sure to check out their Kickstarter. Share it, man. We'd love to see this thing funded, and I want to see some of the stretch goals happen, because they got some cool content coming if they can make those stretch goals. So
for my folks that
congratulations
are
to them.
here, the book is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding of reading it was so much information there. But that if you are a DM or you're considering being one, this is like your encyclopedia to a ton of information about the wilderness and creatures.
Yeah, like traveling, right? So getting from point A to point B generally doesn't have a lot of background information on it. And they've basically given a ton of just helps to say, hey, here's an interesting way, other than just saying, oh, it's tomorrow and you're there, like to actually travel from a place to a place and have an interesting time. So yeah, that's exactly it.
That's awesome.
It's insanely awesome. Yeah, I mean, we've had the benefit of playtesting a handful of these encounters so far, and we may or may not see one tonight. But it's just like, it's like forest fires and floods and earthquakes and like actual game mechanics for like insane like environmental hazards and stuff like that, and they're really well thought out. Like when we did the cave one, there was like this whole section about how like methane gas is an odorless gas that can build up in this cave, and like it gives you reasons for, it's not just like a cave explodes, it's like, well, why did this cave explode? And there's like all these awesome things that DMs can use. I am so freaking excited about this book, and I couldn't be happier for these guys that their Kickstarter's already doing so well, because if it gets fully funded, that means I get a book and I can use it. And that's what I'm very excited about. So thanks, Vin.
I still think we're pushing evil. Like, literally, that is the most damage I've taken in a long time.
Oh man, we're pushing evil. Oh man.
All right.
But a good time. A good time.
Does anyone else have any awesome stuff they want to talk about before we dive into our game? Okay.
Now let's go.
After venturing to the nearby island of Alar's Rest in search of supplies for the nearby town of Portsmouth, the party got a lot more than they'd bargained for. After being deceived by a sinister coven of hags, they inadvertently set off a series of events that changed the fate of not just the island, but the entire region. The island was the worldly center of the goddess Alara, and the great banyan tree at its center was a place of power. It had been under attack by the hags who'd been sapping its strength and trying to capture its magic. The party was successful in defeating them and saving the island, but at great cost. Vinadil, their ally and friend, was brutally killed by the vicious hag Constance. The group traveled back to Portsmouth in search of a way they might resurrect their friend. In the world of Lydian, magic isn't outlawed per se, but ever since the plague known as the Wasting Death had killed millions, magic is generally seen with great superstition and feared by many. Ergo, finding someone in the small coastal village who could raise the dead was a tall order. Fortuitously, a mysterious wagon man known as Mortimer Gastmere had appeared in the village and had been looking for them. His full intent was somewhat unclear, but he seemed to think he might be able to help with the resurrection. While he researched, in the meantime, he somehow implanted Vinadil's ghostly spirit into the body of an inert warforged, a mechanical robot-like humanoid that Vin could now move and control. Mortimer left the village and said he'd be back in 3 weeks' time with more information on how to help. It's been a trying month, full of danger, death, and loss, so a bit of downtime was a welcome respite. You spent the next few weeks in Portsmouth getting to know the area, meeting the townsfolk, and beginning, for some of you, to put down some roots. As a reward for helping the town with the island, you were given the deed to the Sleeping Savior Tavern and were now proud owners. Jeshi tried his hand at brewing beer. Thorcum built a workshop in the basement to forge and create new wondrous items. Belrissa planned performances in the tavern with Sparrow, the local bard. And Vinadil trained with the local guards to relearn how to move and fight in his new body. Kins, with her newfound ability to fly, spent a good deal of time in the air as a giant eagle, surveying the area and getting to know just everything about Portsmouth and the surrounding area. It was there, soaring amongst the clouds, where, on the last day of the 3 weeks, when Mortimer was said to return, you saw the dust rising in the distance along the snake-like road. It was a wagon, moving fast, and it was being pursued. A group of men followed closely, and the wagon was clearly trying to outrun them. You all rushed to the gates and up to the road as quickly as you could to help. Vinadil, true to form, brazenly attacked the pursuers and the group. You
Didn't do anything to them.
Didn't do anything to them.
Nothing.
Some
You
things may have
threatened
happened
to.
to my text here. Blame Josh.
It's all
Vin
Josh's
shot.
fault.
He said, "I shoot them," and then he did nothing.
It's all right.
Slow-mo.
That's what happened.
As near half of them fled into the forest, you turned your attention to the wagon after you quickly dispatched the group. You turned your attention back to the wagon. It wasn't Mortimer after all, but an acquaintance of his named Jeep the Wagoneer. He came on behalf of Mortimer and carried a note from him that said he'd found something important, but you'd need to come to him at the ruins of Stillgate. As
Could
you pondered
Could we get Jeep just real quick? Just a second of Jeep, because it was my favorite thing ever.
As you pondered your next move, stepping out of the forest and dragging that there corpse of one of the enemies who just fled right down back there into the woods, there was this half-elven woman, I think, with reddish hair, you know, and she was wearing this dark green leather armor. It was real nice. I saw it. And she had a bow flung over her back and a dagger out her waist. Looked real sharp. Probably a pretty sharp dagger. Watch out for that there. She walked right up, dropped the body right at your feet like that was a normal thing to do, and kind of just dusted her hands a bit and just kind of stood there. You all stand now outside the road going into Portsmouth. Kira stands in front of you. Kira, you look at this strange group of... There's a robot. There's 2 robots. There's a couple of dwarves. There's a cat with wings. It's a very strange scenario that you've just walked up on. The rest of you look over and you see this half-elf woman walk out of the woods. What's the plan?
So I have the 13's core in my hand. I think that's where we ended.
It's in your hand.
I'll quickly tuck that away and pull out a journal from my book and kind of like walk off.
Oh, hello. How are you? I'm Jeshi. I hold out my hand.
Kira.
Hi, Kira. Do you take my hand?
Indeed. Yeah.
Okay, I cast protection from evil and good.
Did you just twirl? What was that?
Yeah. So this guy is a dead robot. So it just there's a lot of undead around here. So we just like to protect everyone from it.
He's not
Okay.
evil though.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Mostly
don't.
alive.
He's dead. He's not evil.
No.
Well,
What the?
He's
No,
not
he
fully
determined.
dead. Not just mostly
He's
dead.
our friend. We deal with
Neither
him.
dead.
It's fine.
Right.
Nor evil.
You have a lot of living dead friends then.
I hope not.
Strangely more than you might think. But that's more than you need to know. You came walking out of the forest where things normally don't live.
Yeah. So
Where-
I saw that you watched you guys doing some fighting, and you've let 3 of them get away. They're not getting away anymore. I've shot them, so they're dead now, including this guy. This one
dear.
in particular, he clearly pissed himself like all over. It was in his hair. It was, I don't even know how he got it up all over his clothes. He's drenched in his own piss. So whatever you did to scare him, I mean, really, it worked. It was quite impressive,
That's
actually.
cat pee.
It's cat
I would
pee.
stop touching it. Yeah.
Damn.
Where are the other bodies? I'm gonna go get the other bodies. Where are they?
Cat pee?
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. That's
Hey.
that's Ziggy.
Hey, my name is Ziggy, and I think you and me, we're gonna get along just fine.
Just ignore him.
All right.
He's
Did
great.
you
Hey, don't listen
piss
to the
on him?
dwarf with the hair. All right. Just listen. You want to have a conversation? We can do that. All right.
okay?
That's my pee, by the way.
Lovely. Thank you.
That's terrifying.
Clearly, they were bad men. We can all see now. Even the elf lady admits they were bad.
Okay,
people.
but
All right,
we
where-
didn't quite know how
So-
bad they were.
but
That's
we-
why we let them go. Maybe
probably
they weren't
do
like the
need to-
worst.
Probably
but-
do need to find the bodies, though.
We
to
need the
Jeshi's
bodies.
point.
Yeah,
Need
they're
the
dead
bodies.
now,
I'm gonna
so it's
burn 'em.
fine.
And I'm looking, Jay. Any of them turn into ghosts? Every time I see a dead body, I'm looking for a ghost.
Make a perception check, Vin.
All right. Oh man, even in my new body, I suck at perception. Oh, 17. That's not bad.
17. So there's a handful of bodies that you can see. One of them was already burned, if you remember.
Yeah.
And there was the rest of them got away. The one that Kira dragged up, there's no ghost, so presumably.
Yeah, we're burning all the bodies. If I don't see a ghost, I'm totally on the burn the bodies plan. Yeah. All right.
Wait, so Kira, do you know these guys?
I've been tracking them for some time, yeah.
Oh.
Wait,
I know
why?
them, not personally, of course, just,
Are they bad?
Uh,
Please say yes.
Please. Yes.
And why were
Even if they
bad?
are, you can just tell us they are. It's fine.
Along the road, I'd watched them sort of engage with some treachery, people who certainly didn't deserve it. And when they started to chase the wagon man, I followed you here and then watched you all burn them and things.
When the wagon man jeep was going by, did he beep?
No, he didn't.
So are there more of them? Or did we get them all?
Not as far as I know. I think you guys started it and I certainly finished it. But yeah, I think they're all taken care of for now.
Well, you
Well,
happened
thank you.
upon you happened upon us as we might be leaving. But
Leaving.
this is a town. I don't know if you were coming to Portsmouth or not. We're gonna go back in just to grab some supplies, but hate to make your acquaintance and then move, but
We actually own the tavern.
Oh,
we
yeah.
do.
If you'd like to come and stay.
You can have a beer.
First
Very,
customer.
very kind of you. Thank you very
But
much.
it-
Actually, I only came here with this body because I just had to kind of figure out what was going on with the. It was burning. They were literally on fire, trying to run, and just wanted to see what the fuss was all about. Make sure there was no more this way. But clearly there's not. So it's just you lot. That's,
Yeah.
So do you live in the forest?
I live a little bit of everywhere. I've been traveling for a long time, and just find that sometimes settling down doesn't really work very well. For me, a lot of the time.
Understandable.
Do you know where the ruins of what was that place called?
Stillgate.
Stillgate. Do you know where those are? That place?
I certainly do. I hope you're not planning on heading that direction.
Yeah.
Wait,
Why?
why?
Stillgate that is not a safe place to be. That was long overrun by the undead, and there is nothing there. I
Well,
promise you that.
there's a guy there that might be able to bring our friend Vin back into his like fleshy body.
Really?
Yeah, he hasn't. I mean, robot Vin's cool, but fleshy Vin's better.
You say he's gone to Stillgate.
That's
What his note says.
That's what he
Yeah,
said.
he wants us to meet him there. His name is Mortimer. Have you heard of him? Dodgy dude.
He's also a
No.
Wagoneer.
All these Wagoneers.
Interesting. I did witness two of those two wagon men were talking, and I picked up on a conversation about the topic of resurrection, and it must have had something to do with your friend.
Well, what they say? Did it sound promising?
Lee?
I couldn't make it out. Just those few key words is all I picked up. If your friend's gone to Stillgate and there's resurrection things happening there, I can promise you he's likely dead.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't really our friend. It's all
He
right.
did have some nice stuff in his wagon, and I do know how to. Oh, so
So we should go there anyway to
Mike
get the
should
stuff
at
out of
least-
the wagon.
maybe.
Yeah.
I walk
I mean-
back at this point, snap the book closed, put it back in my jacket, and I'm like, I'll be going.
Going where?
Oh.
Okay.
Hello, Thorcum.
I just all I need to do is grab a couple things, and I'm good to go too. But I just wanted to grab like. How many health potions?
I'm
we
sorry
have
to
in our
interrupt your conversation, which I assume is important.
Are you
But I
still here,
have-
Jeep?
Hi,
I
Jeep.
did not know Jeep was still here.
Well, I was just being polite. But I have a wagon that may or may not be full of things that you might wanna trade. So whatever it is you need, just come on. Take your time. This is a no pressure sales environment. But when you're ready, you just come on over. All right?
Awesome.
Wait,
Do
Thorcum,
we-
I thought that you hated Mortimer. Now you want to see him?
I don't care anything about Mortimer. I'm going to Stillgate.
All right, I go up to Jeep and I'm looking for health potions. I need some way to heal myself in case I happen to be far away from our healers.
Wait,
about to
Can
die.
you
Can
can
ro-
you drink things?
Yeah.
Dead.
I
Can
can't.
robots be-
No, this is crazy. So we learned this too over the 21 days. I'm affected by magic and healing the same way as a flesh body is. Like this thing is crazy. It's a little different from 14, right?
It's much different than 14.
Okay.
So, like, do we pour it all over you, or do you still
No, I
drink
drink it. It's like normal people.
Is there like
drink
a little
like
compartment
oil
to put it in?
can?
it. I could just eat
like-
the whole bottle.
Can you drink
Technically-
beer?
It's like a champagne bottle, just like spraying with healing
Smash,
potion.
yeah.
It's like
I will trust you more if you drink beer.
I can drink beer. I'm not sure it's going to have any impact because I'm
Okay.
completely immune to most.
I cast protection from
effects like
evil and good on myself.
Yeah. Okay, just- I'm not evil. Okay, but I am asking.
I'll pat
Jeep
Jeshi
for
on the shoulder. It's okay.
How many?
It's okay.
All right.
How many healing potions does he have,
So we need all of them.
if any? Because if not, I'm going into town to talk to our.
I have,
Alchemist.
I have quite a few. I got perhaps maybe 5 of the smaller variety, and a couple of the larger variety. And we can go ahead and table the shopping, etc. for off stream, if you know what I'm saying. We'll say you go ahead and purchase what the things
All
you
the
need,
stuff we want.
and we'll just go ahead and move along.
Sweet.
If that's all right.
But do we get a discount because we saved your life?
Nice.
I suppose since it's off stream, there's no opportunity to negotiate. So,
Fine.
well, no. We will. Yeah.
Nice.
So Vinadil, you're able to.
Okay. Grab what we need.
For the sake of brevity, we'll say that he has 4 regular healing potions, and there are 2 graders if you want those as well, which I assume you would. We can worry about all the money, all the exchange later.
Yep.
No worries there, but he does have that stuff. So, got it. Go ahead.
Guys, we got these rocks, the sending stones. Do we want to leave one here in town, or
Oh,
We already
Remus
gave
has
one to Remus.
we did?
Yeah, Remus has one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I
And I'm
forgot.
assuming we taught him how to use it over the 21 days. Too,
We did
so
give
we'll-
it to him.
we'll
I
say that,
totally
yeah.
forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You could take. I mean, he.
No, he's got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well,
So,
then I guess we're.
Kira, do you want to come with us?
Kira
we could
is-
pay you maybe.
Kira's looking around at this group. There's this very
in iron.
very serious dwarf who's closing books and being kind of snappy. There's a robot that's talking about now he can drink like a real boy. We've got a cat that talks about his own piss, and so Kira's kind of sizing up this group, and I think that her first thought is they're all gonna die, and if they leave here and go to Stillgate, they're gonna die. Is there any obvious assumptions or peace of mind or lack thereof that she picks up on just by kind of taking this gaze over the group?
Make a perception check. So you should be able to.
And I'm definitely not going to ask you how to do that or what to roll because that would be really embarrassing.
So no, that's fine. For anybody in the audience who might be new at playing Dungeons and Dragons, you would load up your character sheet in D&D Beyond, and there's a skill listed called Perception. You click on that, it's going to roll the dice for you and just tell us the number.
Perception. Here it is. I clicked. Oh look. Oh. Ah. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh man.
Listen, Kira didn't sleep well last night apparently, and 6.
6. All right. Yeah. Kira has been on foot chasing a speeding wagon and a group of vagabond, sort of like mercenary type guys for like days. You're exhausted, so it's nice to catch a breather. But yeah, you're not perceiving things all that well at the moment. But as you look at this group, yeah, your first thought is kind of okay, this is definitely a ragtag group of questionable, people here. But also, there's something interesting about them. You can't quite place it, but you kind of get that feeling of this is definitely going to be dangerous. We're probably all going to die, but we should go anyway.
So, is this really urgent? What was the time frame for Jeep telling us about Mortimer? Is he already there?
Mortimer's already there,
Yeah.
and
The note says, "Meet me as soon as you can."
my body is only
boy.
partially preserved
It's
in the bag
rotting.
of holding.
It is fully
As we-
preserved.
Lost
You're
cause.
fine.
No, it's still good, guys.
Maybe missing the couple fingers when we pull you out.
All right. Well, if Thorcum is going to go, I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, we have to go with Thorcum.
You're all serious. You're gonna actually go and you're gonna go to Stillgate.
Yeah, it can't be worse than that
Okay.
island.
I mean, Kira, we're good. We're good.
I've been there before.
Wait, what?
What?
That's
All right, this is a story to hear while we're walking.
Oh man.
Not really.
I mean, yes. How about
Just bring them up and smack them right back down.
I was like,
was this before everything
was-
fell apart, Dorcam, or after?
it was a long time ago.
Okay.
Longer than most of you've been alive.
Yeah.
so
You
before
sure?
the zombies took over.
Said most.
Kira, how about you? When's the last time you were at Stillgate?
I steered far clear of Stillgate, and that's the only reason I'm alive standing here with you today. But you lot plan to go that direction, and they have anything to say about resurrection, then I suppose I'm coming along.
I'll take the piece of the core out. I'm finding this. We'll take care of you, Vinny, but know that that's my priority.
What is that?
Yeah,
It's a piece of my old guardian.
What happened to your old guardian?
Destroyed. Long time ago.
Oh.
why did that dude have it?
That's
odd.
what I want to know.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Yo, I can fly.
About how? Do
Wait,
we have
what?
any? I mean,
Y'all,
Do we
I can
know
fly!
do we know how long it is? Like, how far is it to Stillgate from here?
So
I have no idea.
we'll say you guys have a conversation about traveling. You get ready. I'm assuming you go back to the tavern and at least pack a few things, you know, kind of get yourselves ready to go.
Sure.
Or you could just walk out into the wild. That works too. You know, it's your call. Stillgate by foot, assuming, you know, 35 miles a day at a fast pace, is a little over a week travel by foot.
Oh, that's far.
Wow.
It's a good deals away. It's largely, it's mostly west and a little bit south. Several of you, Jeshi, you're aware of Stillgate. You've never been there, but you are kind of just aware of it and can vaguely picture a map. Thorcam, you've actually been there before, long time ago. Kira, you've of course been there, and we're not too far from there when you began to start following this other group. So it's a good ways away. So you'll be traveling overland. So prepare yourselves and grab whatever you need, and when you're ready, you guys can head out.
Vinny, I walk up to you and I hold out my musket. And I just hand it over to you. And I'm like, for the time being, we're going to teach you how to use this.
Oh boy.
I'm not proficient with muskets. I can't just learn.
We're gonna practice with it a little bit. And I show him, you know, how to
Can't
load
you
it.
just fix my crossbow? Huh?
I can't afford it at the moment. And I show him I've picked up a warhammer and a shield. And
That is the best one I had, so I hope you do good punching or whatever happens with that thing.
punching.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not a fighter. And
How... All right.
Okay. Well, for D&D purposes,
You're not proficient with it.
What is this thing called?
It is a straight up musket. You're not proficient
Okay.
with it. I'm not going to be using it for the time being. So you're a fighter. So I'm going to try to teach you the ways of the rifle.
is a musket it part of martial weapons?
It is technically it may be. I think it's its own category of firearms though.
I think it is
And-
also. We can look it up.
I'll
during the
play with
break.
it while we're going. Yeah.
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 But okay. Does anyone else need to do anything significant before we leave? You know, general assumption: going back, getting cleaned up, changing your clothes, grabbing your packs of
Tinkle.
various things. You know, relieve yourselves. Grab your things. Anything else? Good to go.
I'm gonna let Emmy know that we're going
Okay.
and that she can sell any of the beer that I made.
That is
Whatever price you think.
That's really nice. I think that the patrons here are really going to enjoy this new brew that you've put together. I will do a bit of testing for you and let you know when you get back, which I'm sure all of you this time are going to come back just fine. Nobody's going to be a robot this time. Just all of you, please come back alive.
We'll do our best.
I don't understand where you're going or why, but this place, we need you. Please come back.
I'll do my best. All right, see you later.
Aw. Who has the
Alright.
Heartstone again? Is that Belrissa? Oh, Thorcum, okay.
You set out upon the road. You leave the gates, headed out south and a bit west. And as you do, Vinadil, you look back as Kith and the group of guards who happen to be on duty. They kind of, one of them climbs up to the palisade and just kind of looks out oddly at all of you as you leave. And this is not a thing people do. They don't venture out into the wilds in the world of Lydian of today. Especially not to leave the coast, the relative safety of the coast and the salt air and the relative absence of undead. As you've left, everyone has been confused, worried, but understands that your purpose is greater. You leave and you set out along the road. How are you guys traveling? Are you guys all walking together? Kins, are you wild shape, anything like that? Anything other than the lot of you just walking together? Kind of paint me a picture here.
So once we're out of view of the town, I will kind of stop for a little bit and ask everyone to wait just a moment. This might take a little bit. I've never done this before, and I'll start casting a spell.
Okay. Is it going to be a ritual cast?
It takes 10 minutes, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
So
we can either play that 10 minutes or not.
Yeah. All right. So starting now, 10 minutes. Yeah. No.
Yes.
I mean, you could just start rolling some Pokeballs, see if we get some dire wolves.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
No.
And while
But-
we're waiting, can I ask Kira about resurrection? Why do you care so much about resurrection? What do you know about it? I was once resurrected by who knows who.
Kira's going to turn slightly to the side. In a not quite her back to you, but in a shading her face behind her hood kind of way. And she's gonna pause for a moment. We all experience loss in different ways. And then she's gonna just kind of start messing with her bag or something.
Yeah, that's true enough.
All right, the spell completes. Jeshi, what is it? What are you doing?
Find steed.
Find.
Nice.
All right. So the
It
find
is-
steed spell. You want to describe it? Go for it.
It is a jet black warhorse.
Excellent.
Awesome.
It's pretty hot.
So
But
Is it
It
like
is
a
also-
pony-sized horse?
yeah, it's
Or-
also like fey, as I understand it. This is my first time casting this spell.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like its essence is from the Fey realm.
Sweet. Sweet.
So,
So I climb up very haphazardly.
that's excellent. Make an
This is
animal
awesome.
handling check, Jeshi.
No, it just is under my command.
Yeah.
It loves you.
It is. But this is how well
Skill.
can you climb
I am
up on
proficient
this?
in this. So
There you go. You're good then. Nothing
Thank
will go
you,
wrong.
Jeshi.
It's
Oh my god.
it's an 8.
an 8. Okay. Now instead of trying to buck you off or something like that, it's like the opposite. The horse is doing its absolute best to help you here, and you still fall off as you climb up.
This way.
You throw one leg over, and it kind of like moves to try to like help you up, but you just
Kira,
fly over the other
Can you
side.
grab my foot? Grab my
and
foot. Grab my
it's,
foot. Grab my foot.
It's
Pull,
it's a
pull,
thing.
pull.
It takes a little bit of time, but the horse is absolutely bound to you. The Find Steed spell allows you as a paladin to just summon this magical beast to
This is by far the coolest magical thing that any of us can do.
by far.
Thank you. I'm saying that out loud. Glorious.
Did I not see one of you turn into a giant eagle?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I'm new at it.
I'm happy you made a horse, but it's like she can turn into an eagle.
Well, I can't turn anymore. For today.
You're right.
Because
You're
it's the same
right.
day. Nice.
It's the same day. We have long days.
We do have
So,
long days.
Kins, by the way, I'm gonna practice like with my hammer on this horse, so that eventually, boom.
Wait, you're gonna
on
hit the horse?
The
No,
horse
I'm gonna like.
down off of it.
Oh my gosh, no! No, I'm gonna practice fighting on horseback, so that
Oh.
eventually I'll be able to fight on an eagle.
Oh my god. We're gonna no, because you know what happens? What happens when I battle next to Belrissa is she hits me. Like I can only imagine having you on top of me every
I wasn't
opportunity.
listening. What?
Oh god. We'll talk about it later, Jeshi. We'll talk.
Good.
We'll
Good.
consider it.
All right.
I think we're just walking
Hey.
down the pathway.
Yeah.
For the
So
benefit
this
of
is all
Kij.
happening. You continue your Imagine this is happening as you guys are traveling quite a long distance. You're going to be on the road for several days, right? And over the course of this period of time, you know, you're able to make camp several times. Kira, you've traveled the wilds a lot, as has Thorcom. It's been a little while, Thorcom, but you're sort of intimately familiar with, you know, some of the steps you need to take to keep yourself hidden and camp safely and not draw attention to yourself, you know, when you're out in a place like this. But so you're traveling and go ahead and you know, so you can kind of imagine that this is just all happening over a period of time as you guys are talking.
Okay. So are we sleeping?
Yeah, so they'll be,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
assuming you're going at kind of a normal pace, you know, there'll be like a week's worth of traveling. there.
Second day, camel.
Camel?
Third day, elk. So I'm basically just gonna
You
run through
have
a
this
bunch
all
of different
planned
ways.
out.
I gotta see
On
which.
Wednesdays, we ride.
Well, like the horse didn't. It was hard for me to like maneuver. So I'm trying to get the right. So gotta get in the sweet spot. Also practice for the eagle. Here we go.
And as we travel, Ziggy flies above us and kind of scouts ahead a bit.
Do you have control of his bladder up there?
Almost two.
Potentially,
Oh my God.
but not like 100%. But
Hey,
he'll be.
nobody controls me, okay? Belrissa and I, we have an understanding, all right?
Yes.
He's flown over my head a couple of times, and I just, I don't know if I've got to be nervous or anything.
Probably okay, but no promises.
Okay.
None of us would fault you for putting an arrow through him. Just saying.
If you look up, close your mouth.
So by the time you get about, you know, probably the first day, you know, 35 miles outside of Portsmouth, one of the first things you notice, and it's something that you didn't quite consciously notice so much when you arrived, but now that it's gone, you notice that the air is a bit different. That salty sort of essence from the ocean has disappeared as you get a little bit inland, and you start to feel, you know, more of the forest air and the hills, and just that relative comfort given by being close to the coast, and that subconscious, you know, knowledge that there's not as many undead has started to wash away a little bit. But so far, whether by luck or skill or who knows, you've been relatively safe. I need whoever, either all of you as a group check. This is going to be up to you guys. You can either all roll, and then we'll take kind of the group average, or one person can sort of deem themselves the leader. One of you is presumably leading the way to Stillgate. Who knows how to get there? And I need a survival check.
I will assist Kira on a survival check, giving her advantage. I'm proficient at it. I've got a +3. You probably have higher than I do.
16 is my total.
Okay, so he assisted you, which means you get to roll with advantage. So you actually get to roll twice and then take the higher of the two.
Higher number, okay. 19.
Ooh.
Hey.
18. Excellent. Okay. So Kira, there's a couple times where you have a pretty good idea of where you're going, but there's a time or two where you're looking around trying to find, a landmark that you know it should be around here, and Thorcum's able to assist you and kind of point it out. And between the two of you, you've been able so far, you're about halfway to keep yourselves on track, and everything is going quite well. You pass quite a few interesting things on your journey so far. The world used to be bigger. There used to be more in it. You pass a lot of abandoned way stations and roadside inns and things like that have been just completely abandoned, or some of them burned, some of them completely looted and destroyed, and some of them in great shape but just empty, nobody around. There's not a lot of those types of things in the world anymore. The world that's been ravaged by the plague and just bent on survival ever since. You keep traveling. You manage to, on one night, you stay in a cave that you find in the side of a small cliff, and another night you find an old derelict barn that seems like a relatively safe place to make camp. On the third night, you end up just camping out underneath a large pine, that casts some the large boughs of the tree protecting from the light drizzle. The weather has been sort of progressively getting a little worse. The clouds have been rolling in. Everything's been a little darker, a little drearier. And it's just kind of gross out. It's kind of like, it's just drizzly, a little bit chilly. Just that feeling of, you're always a little damp. It's kind of that thing going on over the last day or so. But you reckon you're probably about halfway there at this point. And I need the entire group to make a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh. I rolled a 2, which was a 1 + 1.
You rolled a nat 1 + 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that little whooping noise me, or is that?
I think it's you.
Sound? Okay. Yeah. Is there one of these websites that makes noise?
Roll 20.
Roll
20
20.
is the one making noise. If you go to the little settings panel on the far upper right, you can turn off the.
My
I'll
settings.
just make it either way.
Enable background chat beep. Is that what it is?
Just turn the master. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Is that it?
The sound
The chat beep. Is that what I'm hearing?
Chat beep. Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right, chat beep's off. Sorry about that. I'm
That's all right.
noob at all this.
20, which is actually higher than my passive. So
Okay.
28 for Kins.
Whoa.
That's a natural 20.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
Yeah, that's your turn.
And I rolled an 11.
That is excellent.
Guys are balancing out my
13.
1.
Yeah, that's right.
Belrissa is currently getting scratched by Ziggy, who is like that. You guys just got into an argument, and he's literally like clawing you, just being super obnoxious. But
Clawing back.
no, those are great rolls. So collectively, the group notices that you see a little bit off the road. The road itself is not well traveled. The main road that you were on in the beginning, where the wagon men tend to move back and forth, and is at least a little bit traveled, but you've kind of veered off in another direction, and it clearly used to be a road, but it hasn't had a lot of traffic, and but you can see a little bit off the road there is a fountain, and it looks to be made of stone. It's overgrown. You can see vines and all sorts of things kind of growing over it, but it seems to be carved out of stone, probably elvish in make. Kins, you notice this, and Thorcum, you do as well. What do you want to do? You want to investigate, keep going? It's up to you.
I want to look at it.
Ignore the fountain.
I'm going to look at it.
Okay.
We'll look at it. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this appeared to be, along the road that you're traveling, this appeared to be like one of those places where people would likely have stopped just to...
Before I look at it, can I use my shield to cast Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Sure, okay. So do you want to stealth up to the fountain then, since you're passing without a
Yeah.
trace? Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
I'm just behind her, not stealthing. So with 14 kind of dropping.
Is there any distinguishable elven language that I can see etched into these ruins?
Make a perception check to see if you can notice anything like that.
You
What do
told me to put
perceive?
0 points in perception. I've made 3 tonight.
He's like, don't worry, man. You'll never use perception.
Yeah, nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, see, I was right. So you take a look at the fountain, and there are definitely elven inscriptions, though none of them seem all of that interesting. They're more of just. It seems to be like this was a fountain based on what you can read and what you can decipher. It's old, it's eroded, you're only kind of getting every other word. But this seems to be a place that people used to come to make wishes, to kind of leave prayers, and you look in the fountain and you can see that there are loads of coins in the fountain itself, and it's overgrown, and kind of the actual fountain itself seems to be a little bit broken, and kind of there's some vines like kind of plugging it up a little bit. The water is still running, but just barely. But in the fountain itself, you can see there's loads of different silver coins and even a handful of gold coins. And yeah, it seems to be just sort of a place along the road where people may have made a pilgrimage to, or may have come to say a prayer.
Okay. As Kins is sneaking and Thorkum's making fun of her, I'll kind of maybe more seriously walk slowly past them in a more familiar way to the fountain. Get up, kind of look down. I'll do like a little like head nod, prayer-ish thing, and then I'll start to take the coins out of the fountain and put them into a purse.
Okay. Are you doing this like kind of sneakily, or just?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
But
Oh my
there's-
gosh.
why is there? Why
Is that
there
what the
money in
writing
there?
says? We should take it out.
Was this like a
This is
bait?
It's
Yeah.
like a give a coin, take a coin kind of a thing.
It's an elven place
Oh.
of prayer. Unfortunately, prayers left this world, and they no longer have need for these coins, so we do.
Oh.
Practical.
If I see water moving, I'm gonna just kind of like see if I can pull some of the vines off and clear any of the waterways. See if it can open up.
Yeah,
part of the
it's not too hard actually. It's just literally just overgrown, so you're able to kind of cut/pull away some of the overgrown vines, and the water begins to flow a little bit more, and something inside of it, maybe there's a root underneath it's not like a full flow, but it definitely begins to work again, and the water begins to move as Kira is sort of taking out all of the different coins. Kira, as you lift out one of the last coins, you notice something behind the fountain in the distance, actually probably about maybe 30 or 40 yards away. It's kind of through the trees, and you catch as the sun has began to set, sort of a golden ray of the sunlight kind of peeking through the trees reflects off what looks to be a piece of metal sticking out of the ground. It's really hard to tell what it is from this distance, but you can see the reflection off the setting sunlight just sticking out of the ground into the forest, kind of out in the woods behind the fountain. There's just a piece of metal sticking out. That's about all you can see from here.
Okay. Kira will see that, stop taking the coins out of the fountain, put the coin purse into a bag, and casually approach the metal object.
All right. The rest of you see Kira stop taking coins and just walk into the woods. What do you want to do?
Do I see what she sees?
With your passive, yes. You notice. You kind of at first you're just looking, just trying to figure it out, and then you instinctively look in that direction and you see the object as well.
I go with her because my training would never let somebody walk away alone.
Okay. All right. So assuming the lot of you.
I'm gonna linger at the fountain just for half a second and throw a coin in and make a wish, and then I will follow them.
Okay. All right. The coin flips through the air, splashes into the fountain that's now running a little bit better, and you look over, and the group starts to walk into the denser woods. As you approach this metal object, it looks cylindrical, maybe 2 inches in diameter, and it looks to be stuck into the ground. It's mostly smooth metal, like a lighter type of metal. It's hard to tell exactly what it's made out of. Has a little bit of shape to it, and it's sticking maybe 12 inches out of the ground, just in between a grove of trees, kind of in a relatively clear area. As you guys are approaching it, it's really strange and hard to tell what it is.
Is there any audible tones, or is there noticeable lack of any sound?
As you're approaching it, it just seems to, you can hear the normal sounds of the forest, the birds, the wind. The object itself doesn't seem to be making any obvious noise.
Where are we going? What's over here? The path's that way.
Not sure, actually. Well, Kira is evaluating whether or not this is a form of weapon. And based on your description, decides that it looks a little bit more like junk, and kind of just stops to give other people the opportunity to approach this, and has very little interest in it.
I'll approach
What is that?
and investigate.
All right.
It's metal.
As you approach, you get within about 20 feet of this object, and it immediately begins to hum.
Oh dear.
Should have waited to ask.
Gets louder. It gets quite loud, quite quick. It would be
There
easy.
better not be a snake in that thing.
It turns into a giant snake.
Snakes.
Yeah. It would be easy to mistake it for thunder. It's very, very loud. The powerful rumbling begins the moment it's sprung, and it reverberates in waves beneath your feet, Thorcom. And the rest of you, as soon as Thorcom approaches, you immediately sense and see this as well. Over and over, there's a rhythmic pounding that rolls out in long, unbroken chains. And it doesn't take you more than a few moments, Thorcom, to realize that whatever sound this is making, this sort of pulsing, this rhythmic pulsing, is probably stretching out for miles in every direction.
Have I experienced this before?
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
While he's rolling, Kira will kind of Jedi jump to like a 8-foot branch in the nearest tree.
17.
17. You've never seen this before, Thorcom, at least that you can recall. But it's very loud and
Thorcom, should I smash it?
Oh.
Smash
Should I
it.
Can
Smash
I
it.
smash it?
At
I'm
the
just gonna
prospect
hold
of
up my
someone
hand.
smashing it, Kira is now drawing her bow and just holding it at the ready.
I'm holding up my hand.
Okay.
And I'm not going to approach it any longer, but investigation from where I'm standing, 23 passive. Can I make anything out about it?
23 investigation, looking at this object. A couple things you notice about it is that the object itself is obviously the source of this pulsing rhythmic pounding that's making the entire ground vibrate, and just this loud, thunderous sound emanating from this thing. You also notice that it looks like kind of like a homemade device of some kind. This doesn't look like a clean, sort of magically crafted, perfect dwarven craftsmanship type of thing. Like, this is sort of like a hodgepodge of like things kind of put together, like a homebrew, like whatever this is, somebody like DIY'd this thing together. You also, two other things, you get the sense that you probably could do something to turn it off if you had the skill to do that. You also have a thought that whatever, relative sort of sneaking through the woods silence that you thought you may have had, clearly this thing is drawing an enormous amount of attention to your position right now.
Not like
Set
trying to
off the
metagame.
alarm.
Totally out of character. All I'm seeing in my head is like Dune thumpers, like right now.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna smash it.
We have word
Wait,
side.
wait. Kins would like to use find traps, although I think that we know that this thing is like a little
find it.
sus,
A
but
little
right
too
there.
late.
darn it.
Totally.
Darn it.
Kira's ears are going to twitch, not perceptibly to anybody in the party. at the prospect of the additional potential noise that is not being made by the object, and she will look down from her 8-foot branch and say, "Need to leave."
Yeah.
I need
Wait, but
everybody.
I do learn the general nature of the danger posed by the trap. Do I gather any more information?
Yeah, I think sort of independently you come to the same conclusion as Thorcum, which is
Darn it.
this is incredibly loud and everything in a mile radius is going to know where we are. You don't necessarily know what that is, but it's really loud. But you also both of you feel like you could probably figure out how to make it stop. Maybe.
I'm gonna try to make it stop before we just like head out.
Smash.
Okay, do you have any sort of skill with disarming traps like a
I have thieves' tools.
Okay, are you proficient with them?
Yes, I am.
All right, so go ahead and make a dexterity check and add your proficiency modifier.
I have double with any tool that I use, so let's see if the roll 20. That's wrong. Let's see if roll 20 gets this.
While
to the
he's
right place.
doing this, I need everybody else to make a perception check.
Number 4, the fourth one.
Oh,
21.
21. Okay. Thorcum, you're able to recognize the device as you get a little bit closer, and you're able to basically pull this one part off of it. It's less disarming it than it is just destroying the weird DIY part of it. And you actually pull up a small metallic object that you recognize as an immovable rod that has been modified to be this device. And as you do, the thumping stops. What's everybody else's perception check as he's doing this?
11.
Well,
18 passive as always.
6.
Natural one.
Jeshi?
16.
16? Okay.
Can I roll for Ziggy?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Piss cat.
Very perceptive, let me tell you. Listen, one time I was down, just looking around, I was perceiving so many things. It was amazing.
He rolled 18 plus 19.
Way better than
super
Kins.
perceptive.
So you just hear this. You hear, hey, can you stop fiddling with your rod over there, dwarf boy? Because we got a situation over here. All right.
What?
And
What do you see here? What's going on?
you
Yeah, there we go.
And the music changes.
you look over. It starts with the birds. Flocks take startled flight in the distance, launching to safety in the darkening skies as the clouds move overhead. They've been gradually rolling into the valley and they begin to spit. The pitter-patter of rain and wind does not quite conceal the low murmur of the groans growing in the distance.
Oh man.
Kier
Can
will
we-
mutter several elven explicatives.
It's only a few
can
moments
we take some actions?
before
Like-
you hear branches snapping 200 or 300 yards away, and you realize that the foe that you face, hideous and innumerable, the chattering undead horde, approaches through the trees.
Great.
The awful gnashing of hundreds, if not thousands, of teeth drowns out even the sound of the rain, which begins to pour torrentially from the sky. You see the horde approaching. What do you want to do?
Like hundreds of undead?
Maybe thousands.
I'm moving in the
Oh my
other
God.
direction. Thorcum, do you have that thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
Picked it
Well,
up.
hold on to it. Can you turn it back on, you think?
that's what I was gonna ask. Jay,
Okay.
with my role and my, investigator skills, could I put this back together? In theory,
Turn it on, turn it on!
and make it even better.
And
Ziggy can fly
You-
away with it.
Your first thought is, if only I had more time, I could put this back together. Maybe it's always worth a try, but You've got very.
Oh,
Try.
You'd be wasting precious moments as this literal horde of
got
undead
time.
is raging through the trees towards the source of the...
I jump on top of 14, strap myself in, and start letting him make my way while I'm fiddling with it.
What's
on top.
everyone else doing?
Oh my god.
I'm making
I
sure
am-
Belrissa doesn't try to jump on my back, and I'm heading away too.
And just so we know which way we're going, we know where the horde's coming from.
Oh yeah, you can see him.
Elrissa's right
And-
behind me, right?
Was that the general direction of Stillgate? Where the horde's coming from? Cardinal?
It's not in the opposite direction, maybe not directly towards. You're still only about halfway there.
Yeah.
Character break for a second. What is 14? Can I know what that is?
Oh yeah.
He is a construct, about 7 feet tall. Looks like Unicron from Transformers, apparently. And he's my my
So
steel defender.
The
It's your own
robot.
personal Iron Giant.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I grab Belrissa by the wrist and pull her up onto the elk.
Whee!
I am leaping branch to branch through the trees, chasing 14.
And I'm shouting, follow the elf. As long as the elf is following 14, I guess. But like,
Oh my god. I'm gonna transform into a giant eagle.
come in. Everybody has something.
So
except
anyone
for
want to
me.
ride on me?
Like,
Go for it. Go for it.
Pick him up.
I can
Benadill's
carry
like,
a couple people.
I can...
Vin, right
I
on.
think I
Do
can.
talents.
Vin,
I think
Vin.
I'm too big. I weigh
You're
like
already dead.
I weigh
Um,
like
These are your
400
people now.
pounds or something. Like how much can the eagle? Like Warforged are really heavy.
As Kira notices Kin's transform and fly over her head, she looks down at Jeshi's elk again and goes, "Definitely not the coolest." And then keep jumping through the branches.
So how far are the undead?
At,
And like
at this
where
point,
where
they're about
is-
100 yards in closing.
And where is Vin relative to them?
Well, you're all
Yeah.
sort of
I'm
together,
running right underneath Kira.
So we're running
So-
the opposite direction.
presumably. Yeah.
I've still got
That's
rogue
what I'm doing.
speed. Like I'm still pretty quick. So
Okay,
like,
I can carry 240 pounds.
no,
15
you can't.
per my strength.
You
So-
cannot carry me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You all begin running in the opposite direction of the horde as this massive group. You can hear it behind you as a few of you sort of, you look back just to check, and they're moving quickly. I mean, you guys are moving pretty fast too, but just there's so many of them, and you can hear they're crunching down trees and just slowly kind of closing the distance. So we've got basically everybody's running, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before Kins like takes off, I yell to Kins, "Find a cliff!"
A cliff. All right. I'll swoop over towards Kira doing crazy acrobatics in the trees, kind of like.
Okay. Make a
Come
perception
on.
check as you're flying, trying to find a cliff.
Oh gosh.
As you're all just running. You think about the
Are you-
undead. Jeshi, this is not all. You begin to have sort of these minor flashbacks of being in the military near Great Haven and facing off against these vast hordes of undead, and they do not stop. They do not tire. They do not hunger. They will follow you as long as they know you're there. And that thought is going through your head as you guys are just sprinting in the opposite direction. Kins,
25.
25.
Kins, was
Nice.
your nod to me like a jump on nod?
Yeah, you want to come on? You want to come ride?
Kira takes the hint.
Hey.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, Kira, also look for
Make
a
an
cliff.
acrobatics check
Hell
as
yeah.
you dive out of a tree and try to land like
Please, Leia, please, please.
19.
I'm big. There's a
19.
wide.
Not a regular eagle, a giant.
There's a wide
19?
landing strip.
19.
yeah. You basically do like a swan dive out of this tree and then like dive roll and just land in like a superhero pose like on top of the eagle as it swoops by, perfectly timed. It was a brilliant jump. You
Right,
guys
Jeshi
soar.
says,
Go ahead.
"Oh, yeah, it was cool." Pretty cool.
The elk just stops and starts eating grass. Like, Kins, You soar around, and it doesn't take more than a few minutes as you're able to get a pretty decent height. And between the two of you trying to perceive your surroundings, you notice that in the distance there's what looks to be a small valley where there's a stream or maybe a brook kind of running through, and you can see there's a cliff that kind of rises up on one side, and that sounds kind of like what Thorcom was asking you about.
Okay, I will fly back to Thorcom or near that direction, kind of doing like a flapping, like that's the only signal I can give you because I can't talk to you. Flapping.
Well, Kira, you would have seen it too, so
Okay.
you're of course able to say something if you want to.
The cliff's over there.
Up or down? Up or down? Like,
We're down. The
Yeah,
cliff
I wanted to-
really goes
is it a
down. I hope we're at the
ravine?
top of the cliff and not
is
the
it a
bottom.
ravine or are we going up or down?
You
That's
guys
what I wanna
are
know.
down both. The cliff goes up on the opposite side of this like stream, and you guys are on the low side of it, kind of running.
We're gonna run into a
parallel to it.
wall.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not what I wanted. So
Or you want to drop
but-
off.
Cliff's over there, but it's not the kind of cliff you wanted.
No, it's not.
I
So, like, he points in the direction. Do we start making? Can we adjust our course to kind of like not just run into a wall and get trapped?
You're already kind of running parallel. You were, if you can picture this is like the stream, and let's see if I can do this. The cliff kind of rises up on this side, and you guys are kind of coming at it from this angle. And the cliff goes. You'd have to backtrack quite a ways. You might be able to run forward and kind of find where it comes down a little bit, but
This feels
Wait.
like a Simba versus the wildebeest situation.
that's kind of what's going on. You guys you've been running, and you've ended up sort of diagonally, kind of almost perpendicular, kind of coming towards this stream, and have had to sort of, turn because there's a cliff there. As you're doing this, you guys run kind of towards this area, and all of a sudden, the water and the rain, the storm that it's been raining now for 2 days maybe. The ground is saturated. There's and as the skies have begun to open up, you hear it behind you. The roar is indescribable. It's like nothing you've ever heard. And there's a horde of undead chasing you. Whether by providence, coincidence, or malice, the northern wall of the valley explodes into motion as you're looking up. Kins, you are flying above this at the moment with Kira on your back, and you see the flash flood of the waters careening towards this cliff, and then down kind of the side, and immediately rising the level of this stream. The wall of water, it's 20 feet tall, easy. It bursts over this ridge and down the slope towards all of you. With it carries every tree and rock and creature in its path. I mean, half a mile wide, just massive wall of water. You also notice that there are a lot of undead also caught up in this massive wall of water that are being sort of rushed towards you as this huge wall of water comes in. The destructive force, it's absolutely awesome. Throwing up geysers of water and debris hundreds of feet in the stormy sky as trees are smashing into other trees and rocks are being thrown in the air. You see this onrushing wave coming towards all of you as you're just running in the opposite direction as fast as you can. The hazard and the calamity, compared to the gnawing mass of undead, it all flees your mind, and your first thought is, we have to escape this water. The true peril has presented itself in terrible glory. I need everybody to make a perception check to see, as this water rages towards you, this unstoppable force, this flash flood, this absolutely huge wall, what do you perceive around you? This is going to be an individual check and not a group check, as we run our first official GRIO'S guide to the Wildlands.
Grio.
How did we know?
Wilderness
Man.
hazard encounter
Chaos.
here.
Nat 20. 23.
Get, oh, I got nat 22!
2 nat 20s? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
So
I
So,
got a 15.
16.
15,
Six.
16.
2.
Nat 20. You got a 2. Vinadil got a 2.
Oh, Vin.
Your
he's dead
visual, your
anyway.
robot eyes are like fogged over because of
Yeah, it's like
because
mud.
they didn't put the windshield wipers on the robot eyes.
That's
You're having trouble. Jeshi, what was your roll?
6.
6. Who got the 2 nat 20s? It was Thorcum and who else?
Me.
Me, Belrissa.
Belrissa. Okay, great. And Kira and Kins, what were your rolls?
15.
16.
15 and 16. Great.
Well, and
So-
Belrissa's sitting
Ours were
on
about the same because we're riding together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's appropriate. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Belrissa's
vision.
sitting with Jeshi, right?
Vision
Yes.
as the eagle. Don't you get something crazy?
It's advantage on perception. That rely on
this,
sight.
right?
Oh. Well, we did roll perception. We did.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nat 20.
Natural 20!
Oh, 3 nat
Nice.
20s in the same encounter. Okay, great.
Oh, and then Ziggy got 18.
You got 18. Okay. So remember your rolls, okay? So
Okay.
basically, if you got an 18 or higher, you can quickly assess the options that you have. Now, I'm going to give, because you two are flying together, I'm going to put you in this category. Well, you rolled the nat 20 anyway, but you have a little more flexibility because you're kind of up in the air. But also, this wall of water is really big, and it's, you have to be flying pretty high to avoid it. And there's like trees being thrown everywhere. And
Is there a bank?
It's insane.
Is there a top that it,
A top of the water?
like a top, like we're in a ravine, right? So like that cliff that was there, is there a top
Yeah.
that we can see?
Yeah, so basically that top of that cliff would be, so that the water is basically filling everything below that at the moment and just washing everything into this ravine. So so if you got an 18 or higher, then you can kind of quickly assess what your options are, and you're going to be able to react quickly in a minute. If you got a so what I want you to do, if you got that nice roll, is basically you're going to kind of look around, and you're going to have to decide, what can you grab onto here. There might be a tree that you can kind of get behind, maybe a big rock. But if you got a nice roll, you were able to find something to sort of brace yourself as this water's coming. For Vinadil and Jeshi, what was your roll again?
A 6.
A 6. And Vin, you got a 2 or something, right? A 2, yeah. All right, so you two guys are so focused on the undead, you don't even really notice this water until it's too late, so you're going to take the brunt of it.
I've heard once that goats can jump up the sides of a cliff. I think the elk can do it too, Belrissa. So here we go.
Okay, so now everybody needs to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Can we
Can we
assist
save
our
Jeshi?
friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You can once we begin, but first we need initiative rolls from everybody.
Does
Do we have to
Kira
wait
benefit
until-
from the Eagles nat 20 since she's on her back?
Hopefully.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Tej, what you can do is in roll 20, click on your little portrait,
wrong?
and
Okay.
then do initiative, and it should load it.
Initiative. I clicked me. Don't.
Then
see.
initiative will be on the D&D Beyond thing. Well, you might not have the extension.
Oh, I don't have them linked. No.
Oh,
Cool,
wow,
that's fine.
Thorgum.
Jay can add you, I think.
Did-
So this
It
is
just
sorry.
went to
This is not
D&D
going to be
Beyond.
in roll 20.
Ah,
This is just I just need initiatives from everybody.
Mm.
So
What do I roll for that? Just a 20.
That's
There
a
should be
20
one on
plus
your
dex.
yeah, you can roll d20 plus dex, or there's a should be a button on your sheet too, just like the other ones. All right, Vinadil, what's your initiative?
22.
22.
You know
Okay.
the action spell equipment? It's right above that.
All right, Thorcum.
21.
21. Okay. Hey, there's a couple.
Need to
of
be
nice-
added though. It did not transfer over from D&D Beyond.
That's okay. I'm
Uh,
not
Jay-
using roll 20 at all for this.
Jay, mechanically, can I help Jeshi out with his role?
Yeah, but later.
Okay.
Belrissa, what's your initiative?
10.
10. Okay. And Kins?
13.
13. Excellent. Okay. And Jeshi?
9.
9. All right. And Teach?
9.
2 9s. Very cool. Okay. So Vinadil, you are first in the initiative round, but we're gonna the first round is gonna go to anybody who perceived the threat first. So this is kind of like a surprise round. You can kind of think of it like that. So you're not going to get to go this turn because you're surprised. You're just kind of like, oh, flood, I can't move. Thorcum, so that would bring it to you. So you are kind of sitting there atop of 14. You immediately notice the threat. You also notice that several of your party members have not quite grasped what's about to happen. What do you want to do as the water's raging towards you?
I'm going to with that perception check, do I see anything to kind of hide behind and brace for this impact?
Yep, there's a pretty big pile of rocks that look fairly dug in, and you would look at those and say, okay, I think I could probably get behind that and at least protect from the initial brunt of the wall of water coming in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 14 kind of get low, and then I'm gonna get crouch under 14, and then I'm going to, with my action, cast levitate on Venadil, who I think had the lowest roll.
Okay. All right, Vin, you get levitated. Great. All right, so on initiative 20, the flood crashes into everybody. So, let's see here. Looking at this. So, I need every single person to make a strength saving throw. And the DC is 19.
Jay, can I do something with my elk?
You can when it's your turn.
But should I make a strength save for it?
I see what you're saying. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, your elk is going to get smashed by the water too, so I would say same with Ziggy. Any companions will also need to make the same save.
And who is within 10 meters of me? Is it just Belrissa?
Probably at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Companions, I'm pretty much considering myself like using 14 as a shield. Can I assist him in his strength saving throw and kind of?
No, because it's not your action, and that's technically an action to do that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I roll with my modifier for my eagle? Is that the same, like those stats, or is that different?
This would be the eagle stats.
19.
Though.
Because aren't saving throws different?
With your nat 20, you're flying. I'm gonna say that you're probably. Would you have been high? Well, it's up to you. Like, would you have?
We were going up to a cliff.
Yeah, but you flew back to tell everybody
fly back.
about the stuff, and then you didn't roll a super great initiative. So I'm gonna say that you got a little caught up in this for the first round. So did anybody make the save? Let's start there.
Yeah. Well, unless it's like tied.
So that first roll we did, the perception, that doesn't matter.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
The elk made the save, 24.
Hold on.
Okay.
Jeshi did not.
And then Kira made the save, but I don't know if it matters if the eagle doesn't.
I did not.
And Kira launches into a backflip off the eagle. Safely on the bank.
Bye. You're not that cool.
A strength save, you said?
Actually, bear with me. I'm learning how to run this encounter for the very first time here. I made a mistake. So, if you rolled that really good initiative, then you get a full round before the flood hits. So, I'm going to backtrack for a second. So
The perception, you mean?
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
so anybody who rolled an 18 or higher on perception, you get your own basically surprise round. So Thorcum, you were the first, and this still goes in initiative order. So, so Vin, you don't get a turn there. So Thorcum, you're going to do the same thing you already did, I'm assuming, right? Great. Okay, and then let's see. Next would have been Kins, and you rolled the nat 20, right? So you and so Tej, you rolled pretty low on the perception. You rolled a 16. Which is below the 18, right? But you're technically on Kins. So what do you want to do, Kins?
Yeah, okay. I don't know how time works in this scenario in terms of instantaneous reaction, but I really. How fast can an eagle fly in 6 seconds? Because I want to like swoop and try to get Jeshi and fly up. Like
the eagle will have a movement speed.
Yeah, it should have your fly speed.
It's 80 feet.
80 feet.
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I want to try to do
You're
that.
just gonna leave Belrissa sitting on Jesse's elk?
Well, the problem is, like, I don't know how much y'all weigh. So, like, if the three of y'all weigh 240 pounds, then you're all welcome to. But I don't think y'all all do.
Kira is 135 pounds.
Take Belrissa.
I'm good. I'll be okay, maybe.
Okay, so you fly over
I
to
mean-
Belrissa, and what do? You got the water's about to drown everybody. You got to make some fast decisions here.
Okay, I'm going to pick up Belrissa, you're fine. I'm gonna pick up Jeshi, just because who knows, he could be grappled again and drown. Like this is like part of Kinz's like rationale. I'm gonna like
So you
grab
like Gandalf,
Jeshi
like
with my.
Lord of the Rings, pick up the dwarf in your.
Oh shit! Wait,
okay.
can I pick up the horse? No, that's too heavy. Never mind. Yeah, I'll pick up Jeshi.
The horse with
Okay.
both of us.
Bye, elk. You were lame.
It's okay.
I'm always like trying to save the animal in this situation. Okay, I'll pick up Jeshi with my talons.
And as
All
soon
that's
as
going-
Jeshi's in the talons, I'm gonna lean down and look underneath the eagle and be like, and point at the eagle. Coolest magic ever.
All that's going through Jeshi's head is not like this. Not like this.
Okay,
And
so
then
Kins, you
just this is
Okay.
awesome.
Kins, you swoop over and you pick up Jeshi, assuming you allow her to pick you up. So you now have him, and you continue your movement. So you get Jeshi up into the air. Very nice. Okay, next up is Belrissa. Did you roll? You rolled a
she
nat
rolled a
20,
20.
right? Yeah. So you get a whole round. The water's coming. What do you want to do?
So
So
we're
Jeshi just flew away. You're just sitting on this magical elk. Like what?
so
I wave.
how close to high ground am I?
Well, there's like a cliff on one side that you would have to somehow climb.
Yeah, how high is? I mean, I assume it's not like a sheer face cliff,
It's,
right? Like
I
there's
mean,
like a goat ledge or something.
A goat ledge. It would be proper rock climbing to get up to the top of it.
Or misty stepping to a ledge.
You could misty step up to a ledge, but not the whole way.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I will. I take my action to dash to the edge of the cliff, as close to the cliff as I can, and then I misty step straight up to the highest 30-foot
The
up
highest 30
ridge.
feet, highest point you can find.
I can find, and then I will hold on for dear life there,
Okay.
and then Ziggy rolled 18, so he's gonna fly.
Okay. I'm assuming he just flies with you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. That's totally fine. Okay, great. Teach. So are you just hanging on the back of the eagle? You doing anything? Anything else?
Kira is, I mean, she's definitely concerned. She's no longer concerned with whether or not she, the eagle, or Jeshi are safe. She's now eyeing only the people still in the path of the doom.
Okay. So you can kind of, if you imagine yourself in this scenario, there's not a whole lot you could do since you're on the back of an eagle. But if you think of anything creative, then you're welcome to, I don't know.
And this is all happening over the course of seconds, obviously. 'cause
Seconds.
This is
This is
rushing,
literally
giant rushing water. Yeah.
seconds. Yeah. Jeshi, since you have the same initiative, your turn is happening at the same time as Teach thinks, and you're currently being carried away by a giant eagle. Is there anything you want to do with your turn? No, you rolled a pretty
Sure.
low initiative, didn't you? So you actually don't get to act this turn. You're just being carried away.
Yep.
So, and then Teach, you did as well, right? You had a 16, I recall. Yep. So
My perception was 16. My initiative rolls 9.
yeah. Okay. So I believe
All
In
our
this
20s
case-
went. All our natural 20s went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you did perceive it, Teach. So yeah, if you think of something you want to do, go ahead and let me know. No big deal. So
I guess I would like to look for any sort of like, I think of this almost like a wet avalanche, right? Like if there was a big enough rock that you could put your back to, you might not get swept away.
it's possible.
So I'm eyeing the ravine within a reasonable distance of the on the ground party members to look for the giant thing that I might be able to scream at them about in the course of half a second.
Okay, excellent. All right, so we're gonna go back to the top of the round now, and Vinadil, you finally sort of your windshield wipers kick on, your eyes focus, the fog goes away, and you see the wall of water approaching. You're a few seconds behind your team as several of them have already reacted, and you can tell that within literal seconds this wall of water is going to hit you. Is there anything you want to do?
Well, what can I do? Levitate it? Can I move?
Oh, that's right. You're levitated, so you can move up.
Can
or
I
down.
control
Yes, you
my
control
movement?
Yep.
Okay. How high up can I go?
it. Just a second.
Just leave him. He's already dead.
Oh, Jeshi.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
rust.
drop you.
You can only go 20 feet, but you can, still use your movement.
Left to right?
Yes, you have to push.
Well, yeah,
against things.
you would have to. Yeah, exactly. You'd have to push off of something to like get momentum.
Yep.
Is there anything around me to push off?
There's trees and rocks and such. Yeah, you're basically in a dense forest as this
Do I
water
see Thorcum?
Yeah, you'd see him.
Okay, so and I see that he's like hunched down behind a big rock.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I use like all my movements, bonus action dash, movement, like can I just push off of rocks and stuff to get? I just want to get over where Thorcum is.
Yeah,
what I'm
I
trying
think
to do.
yeah, you could manage that. So you use your sort of your natural rogue movement, which is a decent amount, plus your levitating ability to basically just like sort of like Peter Pan your way over to where Thorcum is, and you sort of pull yourself down and hunch down behind them. So Thorcum, it's your turn now. So the three of you are together, you and Vinadil and 14. What do you want to do?
So mechanically, all right. So this is the thing that I don't get about what we're doing. So perception check is supposed to give me a clear indication of how to escape this. But if hiding behind a rock doesn't give me mechanical advantage, then I would have never done that, taken that choice. So I'm trying to...
Yeah, no, I get it. So the water, there's no way to avoid the water unless you can fly. It's like half a mile wide, epic flash flood taking over the whole valley, right? So what you can do is prevent, if you can picture what would happen to you when this water hits you. You're going to get swept away and you're going to get crushed by things, right? So your instinct would be to try to mitigate that, right? To try to hide behind something, to try to like sort of mitigate the damage as everything kind of smashes into you. There's no avoiding this unless you can fly super high into the air. So I think your instinct is actually accurate to try to like hide behind something and brace yourself for this coming wall of water.
Yeah, but does that brace give any advantage on the strength check?
Yeah,
Does
fair
it lower
question.
the DC?
I think. Let's see. I'm just reading through to see if that's covered here. I'm trying to run this like by the book.
No, I get it.
Straight
I
out
know
of
It
you're-
might be an
this is new.
advantage thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you advantage on that strength save. I think that's what it would do. Yeah.
Won't do any good. That doesn't help.
Okay.
Because of
Well,
who
you've
we
already
are.
made the move, so
Yeah.
we don't have time to go back and redo everybody's turns. So it's your turn now on the second thing. The water is approaching. It's your turn again. What do you want to do?
Can't do anything, so just brace.
Just gonna brace. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you could. Yeah. All right. Great. Okay. So the next turn is the flood moves on initiative 20. So the water hits. Everybody, go ahead and make your strength save, or if you already rolled it earlier, we can use that.
Are we above the water on the eagle?
No. No, you're not. You have not made it above the water quite yet. Because instead of flying straight up and away, she chose to fly down to grab you.
To grab Jeshi. I added a 16
It was
on
worth
the
it.
strength.
Okay.
19.
19.
Ooh.
All right.
I got an 18 and 14 got a 13.
13. Okay, Vin.
Oh wait, does Jeshi's thing, does that help me?
Vin's,
Yeah, now it would, yeah.
12.
Oh wait, what is the thing? 5
+2.
plus 2. Okay, 18 for me.
18. Belarissa.
2.
2. Okay. All right. So
The water went that high?
Yeah.
yeah, the wall of water is like very, very high. Yeah, it's a huge flood.
Okay.
It's like Isengard, like flood
dear.
situation is happening
You're
right
taking
Ziggy
the
got
hobbits to
12.
Isengard.
That's right.
Oh God, thank God we didn't do the end moot. Skip ahead.
Okay, great. All right, so where's my sheet here? Oh no, it's gone. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so let's see here.
And since I didn't use my action, Jay, this is a saving throw. I'm
Okay,
actually going to
yeah.
use my Flash of Genius for 14. And I'm just going to reach inside him and kind of like hit this lever, and he's going to desegment.
Okay.
And, like his top half is just going to like grab on, and his bottom half just like, you see these two little like he just like almost plants his feet into the ground, like he's just coming apart so there's less
Okay.
of the water to hit him.
Yeah,
So,
fair
but
enough.
he-
Okay,
but
okay.
all that-
He's, yeah,
but all
I get
that-
it. I get it.
All that does is give him +5, so he has an 18 as well. So 18 and
okay.
18.
Yeah, so that still doesn't. It
Doesn't
actually it's a really solid attempt, but it doesn't quite make it. I think you could imagine like you're desperately trying to just you know you have like literal seconds, and you're kind of panicking, and you try and it doesn't quite work. The water slams into all of you kind of at or around the same time as the wall of the flood hits you. So anybody who missed the save is basically crashed in. The water crashes into you, and you are swept 150 feet down the stream as the speed of the water
No.
is just absolutely
God.
astounding. Like it's crazy fast. And any creature within its area, let's see, is going to take some damage. So stand by a second.
Eagle.
Yeah.
As we're
Thank
swept
you.
away.
Oh, I never rolled.
Okay, so
What was the cutoff to make it?
19.
19.
It's high.
So
That's
you,
what I
would have
got.
a
So what does
plus
that
two.
mean?
Yeah, you made it though. So you basically.
Well, but the eagle didn't.
But you're on the
Right.
eagle. Yeah, that's the downside of riding the eagle. So you basically, I'm gonna say that you have resistance to the damage because you kind of like braced yourself and saw it coming, but you're still technically riding on the back of the eagle, who did get swept away. So you know you can
Buried
kind of
myself
imagine
in feathers.
how that goes. So everybody takes 5 bludgeoning damage as the flood slams into you, and you're basically all like literally being swept away by water right now. If you didn't make the save, you're basically underwater. Like imagine like whitewater rafting, like you're just being thrown and tumbled by this flood right now. So next up in the initiative order is going to be Kins. So Kins, you're currently being like swept downstream, tumbling through the water in eagle form. Tej, you made the strength save, so I'm gonna say you're like somehow still hanging on to this eagle as it's like barrel rolling through the water here. You're hoping she's gonna be able to figure something out. What do you want to do, Kins?
Oh my gosh. How close am I to everyone around me?
You have no idea.
I have no idea because it's just like waves and stuff
You're
everywhere.
you're in a washing machine.
But I'm still
right?
holding.
That's what we call it.
Am I still holding onto Jeshi? Or
You
did
know
I
what?
let him go?
Make an additional strength save real quick.
Oh
to
my
see if you can-
god, Jeshi!
And,
This was a big mistake.
I don't know if anybody surfs, but like when you get tumbled by a massive wave, you know, we used to call it being
He's down.
being in the washing machine because you're just being like you're just
It
being
sucked.
thrown, and it is scary and dark, and you have no idea what's
Okay.
going on.
I'll do another strength 14.
14, yeah.
Plus
you,
2, 16.
You look down, and your claws
Oh,
are
if he's not
empty.
Darn it.
There's
I
nobody
regret
in
nothing.
the claws. Somehow Jeshi is being eaten by something underwater.
Hey, so technically we can
Oh
count
my
this
God.
as Jeshi was grappled.
We did it.
That'll be it.
We
That'll be
made it.
3.
Nice.
We're all-
Okay.
we're all
So
great.
so Kins,
Oh,
Jeshi is
God.
gone. You're being tumbled through the water. What do you want to try to do right now?
Okay. Oh my god. I will. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to go back to druid form, and I. and then I'm gonna.
Kira goes.
I feel the feathers shrinking in
British.
my hands.
Oh my god. Well, it
You're just
depends.
piggyback riding her.
I guess it's so hard because like if I don't even know that you're there, then I don't know that you're there. Like I know that Jeshi's not there, so I'm like, oh, okay, everyone's gone. I'm just by myself. I'm gonna turn back into my druid form and I'm gonna use water walk. And so basically, I mean, I'm targeting myself because I'm assuming that I can't sense anyone near me. But if you target a creature submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round. So however far down I am, 60 feet.
Okay.
I'm trying to go back up to the surface to
Yeah.
to
Okay.
see
So
if I see anyone.
you cast
What
the
do you mean
spell.
you can't perceive people around? There's me.
Well, okay, so like I guess what I'm saying is like because I can cast it on up to 10 willing creatures, but I'm not sure where Kira is in
Ooh,
relation to
interesting.
me.
Yeah. So make a perception check real fast.
Okay.
Oh,
Same thing for just any living party member around
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Totally.
real good.
Oh my god! Okay,
Oh, that
15.
was almost a 1.
I know, I got so scared. Did you see it hover?
15. You rolled.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can definitely see Kira because she's like
Okay.
literally like
God.
like trying to grab onto you at the moment.
All right, so as I'm doing it, I will also
It's like,
cast it
nope,
on Kira.
don't see
Okay.
anybody.
And I would say with a 15, gosh, you know, I don't think you would see anybody else. I think you know, because you're just tumbling through the water, like getting pummeled by debris. And you know, Kira, that was a decent roll, so you are able to perceive Kira. So you're able to
Okay.
cast water walk. You said.
Water walk, yeah.
Great. Okay, so both of you just like magically just start floating up. Your body is still tumbling because the force of the water is still there, but you're magically brought up to the surface and you're able to take a gasp of air.
Wow.
So you're still being carried by the force of the water, but you're magically like buoyant above it and sort of staying along the top. All right, so next up we're gonna have Belrissa. So you misty stepped up to the side of the cliff, and did you? I'm gonna say you had advantage on that strength save.
Oh.
I don't think I gave you advantage on that because you got
No.
yourself into a good position. So go ahead and roll that one more time.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. That was real bad for
Yeah.
that first one.
It's a pretty high check, but give it one more shot.
12.
12. Yeah. Okay. So you got yourself into what you perceived to be like a really nice position, but gosh, this thing is just immensely powerful. The power of nature itself is just crushing you as the water slams in. It actually the water is not necessarily that high right away, but as it hits the one area, like a wave sort of rages up along the side of the embankment and just takes you out, and you get swept down. So you're currently tumbling through the water. You took that 5 damage like everybody else, and what do you want to do?
I'm going to attempt to swim up to the top and find something floating, hopefully, to hold on to.
Okay. Go ahead and make a let's have you make an athletics check to see if you can swim / even figure out which direction to swim.
Yeah, 3.
3. Yeah. So you begin to swim and you're trying, and then you suddenly reach out ahead of you and you grab the bottom and you realize you're swimming in the wrong direction. You can't even perceive which direction to go in this madness as you're just sort of swept away. The next up in the initiative order is going to be the flood once again, as you're continued to be rushed down this valley here. So we're gonna roll one more time.
Oh man, wait, really? I haven't gone.
Yeah, because
Okay.
your initiative.
Oh, we
is
suck.
next.
Remember, we don't even get to.
Flood's
not
a
even
legendary.
Oh, that's
It's,
right.
it's
okay.
taking a legendary
Flood.
action.
The flood goes
and,
on
go
20
again.
and on 10. It goes twice per round. That's how fast and dangerous the water is.
Rip.
moving.
God.
Yeah.
Rip Jeshi.
Everybody in the area of the flood, which so far is still everyone, is going to take 5 more bludgeoning damage from the water. it's like combination of the water, and there's like literal giant trees and logs being like tossed around like toothpicks, like through this maelstrom of water. So and everybody.
So I have a question though.
Yeah.
So it's the trees and stuff that's moving, that's hitting us, that's the damage, not the water itself.
That's correct. Yeah, it's kind of a
Okay.
combination of just general debris and force of the water. So you're not like drowning because you're above the water. So you're a step above some of your friends here, but you're still getting kind of pummeled by the force of everything that's happening. So you continue to be swept away. So next up in the initiative order is go ahead.
Sorry, would Ziggy go on my turn before the?
Yeah, Ziggy.
Or are we gonna ignore him?
Let's just ignore Ziggy for right now.
Okay, cool.
We'll come back to him.
Okay.
So Tej, you are floating along the top of the water. You kind of come up and you take a deep breath and you wipe your hair out of your face, and you can see Kins is there, and you look around and just see the madness as you're being swept speedily down. What do you want to do?
I would like to try to swim to an embankment on the side. If
Okay.
we're really at the top of the water.
Yeah, make an athletics check. I mean, this is.
Can you walk though?
Oh yeah, can water? How does
'Cause
water
it
walking
says
work? Can you
the-
literally walk on the water?
You can move across any liquid surface as if it were
Okay,
harmless
okay.
solid ground.
So let's see. So okay, I'm imagining
So
like
I'm trying to run to an
This is a
embankment.
raging flood that you can
Right.
technically stand on top of. So I'm gonna
Bingo.
like.
It's like running down a crazy.
This is like some crazy
Slow-mo.
Legolas stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, she does that in the trees.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check
Okay.
as you dance across the
like
top
those
of.
moving runways
Wow.
at the airport.
You got
just
this.
Really
You know,
fast.
you know the loggers in like Canada who like they like dance on top of the logs that are in the rivers and stuff. Like that's what's happening right now. More Legolas. Yeah.
19.
19. Nice. Okay, so yeah, you're that is the best way I can describe it. You're basically like dancing / like hopping across the debris itself as you're like trying to move your way towards the edge.
I'm imagining that scene in The Hobbit when actual Legolas is jumping in the barrels that are floating
Yes,
down the
that's
rushing
exactly
river.
what I was picturing too.
Okay.
And
Right, that's
so,
what
so
she's doing.
yeah, so
Easy
you're kind of
peasy.
gracefully hopping across the top of this flood, and yeah, you're able to move your way kind of towards the edge, over towards that cliff, which is probably your best bet at this point. But you're not able to make it the whole way, but you get yourself into a better position for sure.
Is that the only is that movement the only action I can take?
So on a turn, you can move, and you can take an action.
Okay.
And actually, there's an option where you can actually use your action to move further, which is called a dash. So you can do that, or you could you could try to help someone if you see
Yeah.
anybody, things like that.
So I'm gonna get to the I suggest that. So I'm gonna get to the embankment, and however quickly I was able to do that, and start running to try to like keep pace with this. In the meantime, attach a little bit of rope to an arrow,
Okay.
and attempt to shoot it down into the water to create like a tether someone could grab.
Nice. All right. Make an attack roll with your bow.
Yep. With the bow. Okay, cool. I clicked the bow, but that brought up a lot of information. That's not what I want. The hit one, the
Yep.
hit button.
Mhm.
Okay, hit button. 11.
11. Okay. You as fast as you can, you kind of knock an arrow and you tie up some rope and you shoot it down into the water, but it doesn't seem to find any purchase. You can feel the rope kind of get taut as it just rolls downstream. So not successful, but super good try. Jeshi, you are tumbling just ass overhead, just through the water. You have no idea which way's up or down. You've been pummeled a handful of times by debris. What do you want to do?
Well, I will flail wildly.
Good start.
Was the shot by Kira near enough to me that I might make contact with it, the rope?
No. And well, I'll tell you what. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh dear. That's not the best news that I've heard. 2. Found it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jeshi starts to swim with it.
Okay. So
It's not gonna fight it.
instead of swimming against the current, you just sort of try to give yourself some balance. Go ahead and make an athletics check to see if you can
Hey,
figure it
that's
out.
something I'm good at. 25.
25. That's a lot of numbers. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so you are able to basically position your body, and you sort of like you sort of curl up into a ball and let the weight of yourself sink down a little bit, and luckily you feel your feet touch the bottom, and you push off a rock, and you kind of throw your body up, and you take a big gasp of air and right yourself in the correct direction, and you just start swimming downstream. It's really hard. Picture swimming, basically with full armor on through the biggest rapids you've ever seen. You're sort of with it, but it's not great, but it's better than tumbling. Somebody just turned some audio on. Got an echo. There it is. Anyway, great. You've righted yourself, and you're not currently drowning.
Better
Jesse.
than swimming against it, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so that is going to bring us back to the top of the next round. So Vinadil, you're the first to go here. So you similarly, you are just tumbling through the water at the moment, having been hit several times by big pieces of you don't even know what. It's dark, it's raging, it's loud. What do you want to do?
Nothing that involves strength, that's for sure. What I'm trying to.
A weak robot.
Yes, very weak robot.
Because you're a ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all I can think is to try to like swim through it as well. Like, I mean, I don't have to breathe. I'm not really worried about the water, but the damage is starting to add up, and so I mean, I almost kind of see it as I would start to take a defensive action. Like, I'm not worried about the water, I'm worried about the things coming at me. So I would almost go into like a dodge action of like trying to see if I can see things coming at me and get out of the way, like saving all my movement to like get out of things. I'm not even really trying to get out of the water at this point.
Sure.
That's
Okay.
gone. I'm just trying to like dodge
Got it.
oncoming projectiles.
Totally get it. Yeah, that's great. So make an athletics check to see how successful you are at.
Well, that's strength based.
Or acrobatics, maybe? I mean, that's no.
Things you're so good at.
Yeah. 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Three.
So, your robot mind, it thinks you can process information incredibly quickly, right? You have this master plan in your head of what you're going to do. And your body's just like, and just nothing happens when you actually try to execute your plan. You are just tumbled through the water and really can't do anything. You're essentially grappled as you're just being helplessly carried by the water. Thorcum, similarly, you and 14, who's a little ways away, are currently tumbling through the forest. And what do you want to do?
Same thing. Can't do anything. So just gonna heal myself. 14's gonna repair. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Because there's not much I can do.
Okay. So healed up a little bit and just tumbling aimlessly through. So Flood hits again on initiative 20. So everybody still in the area takes 5 more bludgeoning damage.
I'm on the bank, so I'm good, right?
Nope, you're not on the bank yet. You're getting there.
I thought I was running. I'm shooting arrows from the bank.
Yeah, but he's on top of it, though, right?
I'm taking the damage. All right, I got the damage.
Yeah.
Water walk.
Well, we took the damage last time because we were on top of the water. It was the trees hitting us. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like there's still like stuff in the water and just
Okay.
mechanically you're still in the fray. So, but you're not. You're close to getting out. You're in good shape. All right, and yeah, you guys have all you can really tell, for those of you who can look around and see things, is that you have moved a very far away from where you started. I mean, the water's moving incredibly fast, and you're just trying to not drown at this point, and wherever your current location is, it's who knows. So let's see, Kins, you're up.
So nobody else is going towards the bank. Everyone's just swimming downstream.
Nobody else. Most
Check's too
people
high.
haven't even really had an opportunity to do much.
Okay. I'm going. Can I get within 30 feet of anybody? I don't know where we are in relation to each other. I mean, Jeshi was the closest to me previously.
Let's see. So you're currently above the water.
Yeah.
You can see Kira.
Yeah.
Make a perception check to see if you can notice anyone else.
By the way, as they're being swept downriver, everybody's being swept down. Are Kins and I allowed to keep pace with them running on this water without taking movement actions?
Yeah.
In the same way that they're being swept
Like,
away,
are we
could
being
kind of
moved
run
with the
along,
water?
like
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
treadmill.
That's a good question. So
what I
Oh
mean?
man.
they are
I didn't
actually
think about that.
they've been swept down further than you guys have, for sure.
Sure.
You guys have started to get a little separated.
But we're not just
Okay.
chilling, like just letting them go. And
Yeah,
we're
no,
just
you're
kinda
you're still
walking on
you're still
water up
moving. The
here.
water's still carrying you,
Okay.
but probably at a lesser.
We're just standing
lesser
still,
rate.
like everything's going.
Man, they're really going down there, aren't they? Gosh,
did it.
Boy, wow.
Yeah.
27 was my perception.
27. Okay, so you can see Jeshi, who has made his way to the surface and is now sort of trying to swim. You can't see Belrissa or Vin or Thorcom at all.
All right, I will extend my radius of the water walk to Jeshi to push him up to stand on top of the water, and
Okay.
I
can
can't
you
wait
do
to
that
hear what he says.
after the fact? Can you add more people
Oh.
to it later?
I guess I did not.
Yeah, probably not.
You
I
can
did not do
recast
that.
it.
You
You have to
recast.
recast
Unless you
it.
wanted to recast it.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
She's now she's weighing
hold on.
a third level spell slot versus your life.
Versus
He-
Jeshi's life.
He's fine. He's fine. You know, he's.
You just see a thumbs up stick out of the water.
Oh my god.
It is a third level slot. I mean,
I can hold my breath an inordinate amount of time. Don't worry.
Okay, so I can see Jeshi. I have to make a decision about Jeshi. Okay, I mean, Jeshi is swimming just fine. Like, he doesn't look like he's in danger.
Sure.
I'm trying. I feel bad. Okay, because I feel like this whole time I'm just like, oh, do I want to save you? It's that whole scene all over again. Like, do I need to save you?
Yes, I
I'm-
Work with
remember
the
that
eagle.
scene.
I don't know why it would
Yeah.
work this time.
yeah.
I'm gonna transform back into my eagle form, and this will be my last wild shape for the day again. And I will, I'm real happy about it. I'm gonna go back to Jeshi and pick him up and take him with my 80 feet towards the bank, if I can get there.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
you can manage that. So, okay, so I'm picturing. So
I'm gonna be your pickup
Kira
service here.
is kind of like, Tauriel, like, or Legolas, whatever, however you want to go, like jumping across like logs and debris towards the bank. Kins, you have transformed back into eagle. You fly over, like lift Jeshi out of the water and kind of fly over towards Kira. So you guys are kind of together. Everybody else is just kind of tumbling underwater somewhere. Speaking of Belrissa, it's your turn. Belrissa, go ahead, and you can either make a strength saving throw to try to like see if you can find something to grab onto, or you can just let yourself go and use your action for something else. What do you want to do?
I don't want to grab onto anything. You said I reached the bottom, so I want to, try and push off the bottom
Okay,
towards the top. I mean, I'm still going, not fighting the flow, but
got it. So, yeah, I would say since last turn you kind of definitely felt the bottom. You're sort of like tumbling along it now. You could probably push off with your feet and get up to the surface using your movement.
okay.
So now it's difficult, but you're kind of near the surface now. You're able to take a breath as you're being flown down. What do you want to do?
How far am I from like the cliff edge?
You're probably maybe like, geez, you're hundreds of feet from where you started, but you're probably about 50 or 60 feet from the actual top of that cliff that was up there. And that cliff has actually mostly kind of moved down and gotten lower. And the water has actually, you can look forward and you can see that the water has widened out of this little valley and has started to disperse a little further down.
Okay. And do I see anyone at all?
You can see, as you look back, you can see Kira and Kins and Jeshi are quite a ways, like way upriver, like back in that direction. You don't see anybody else.
And did I use all of my movement going to the top?
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, can I use my action to swim dash?
Yeah.
Dash swim?
Yeah, totally. Do you want to swim kind of towards the edge?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And-
So, yeah, make an athletics check to see how well you can swim through the raging flood.
Freestyle. No, breaststroke. Much better choice.
6.
Controlled.
6. Okay, yeah. So you make it a little ways over towards the edge, but not.
Am I within 30 feet of it now?
No, not quite, because you use most of your movement to get off of the bottom of the water. But yeah, you would not be able to misty step from where you are. You could get closer if you did misty step, but you're not going to make it all the way to any sort of dry land. I mean, this thing is like hundreds of feet wide.
All right, and I'm just going with the flow.
Okay. Next up is initiative 10, so everybody takes 3 more damage as the
dear.
water continues to rage. Tej, you're up, so you are
Okay.
dancing across the top of the water.
Kins has me in her talons. Am I not taking damage?
You're still taking damage. Yeah, everybody's still taking a little damage as just things are being flown through the air. And
Okay.
Okay. You have to tell me how much of this is allowed.
okay.
Oh, love it.
Kira is using her nimbleness to get back onto the eagle's back.
Okay.
She has since in the reeled in the rope that failed and is tying it around the eagle and part of it around her. And she's going to dangle herself from the belly of the eagle to try to grab people in the water. Like a search and rescue helicopter.
And meanwhile,
Mission
Jeshi is
Impossible
just
style.
like,
Wait,
da-na-na-na,
does that help the weight situation? Probably not, because I'm still carrying Kira, right?
I'm still there.
The whole eagle is just going to get dragged into the water.
Well, okay. Jeshi, you're a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how heavy are you?
Let me find out.
Female.
155 pounds.
100%.
I guess
Okay.
Jeshi can still stay. Like, we don't have to carry Jeshi. We can leave him up there.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna.
we dropped Jeshi.
One,
okay, well,
one
my
turn
goal
of
here,
respite.
I don't know what she's gonna do with Jeshi, but my goal here is to, on the fly, be thinking about, okay, she can fly. She's up here. If I hang myself off this rope off of her, I can maybe grab somebody if we fly close enough.
Okay.
And even if
make
it's
an
like I
acrobatics
just
check.
Spider-Man
real quick.
throw him off to the side. Okay, acrobatics.
Just.
Not great. 13.
13. You're trying to fumble. You managed to get onto Kira's back, but the rope situation, little sketchy. You're kind of like halfway through tying a knot, and it's all wet, and it's like not quite working out. We'll say you get halfway there, but you don't quite complete your whole Coast Guard rescue situation. Jeshi.
Yeah, can I use my turn to help Kira?
Yeah, sure. So go ahead and well, Yeah, you guys have the same initiative, so
Okay.
that's totally
So
cool.
I can't throw the rope all the way around the eagle because the eagle's too big. So if I hand the rope down to Jeshi, can Jeshi tie the rope around the leg, the foot? So it's a little bit smaller, a little tighter. He's in a really good spot to do that. So I'm just tying it around my waist.
Okay, with both of you working together,
Wrong
you're
do you
able
think
to
my
make this
foot
happen.
is?
So one end of the rope is around the foot. The other end is around your waist. You're kind of like you're ready. It's like you're ready to bungee jump. You're like tied in. You're ready to go. Not quite sure what's going to happen, but you're strapped in. That is going to wrap up the round. So, as this is all happening, the water finally kind of gets to the outside of this little valley here, and it begins to kind of expand and begins to slow to a somewhat normal current. And after literally, less than a minute, all of that water, that massively dangerous sort of flood is just dispersed as it all kind of spreads out. And you're standing in kind of ankle deep water for a moment, and then even that water kind of begins, and you see that the stream that you had originally been following, which had, the banks had swelled and the water had come down, has within a minute or two has gone back to a normal size. You see a little further down, you kind of look around, everybody takes a breath, and you're kind of like trying to breathe out the water and stand up and collect yourselves, and some of you look around and you're by yourself. You don't see the rest of your group at all. Kira and Jeshi and Kins, the three of you are together. You look downstream and you're pretty sure you can see your friends down there, but it's a little unclear. Thorcum, and you're sort of near 14. He's probably about 30 or 40 feet away from you at this point, but you kind of get, you notice him. Thorcum, you notice something else. Basically, like, all of the debris that had been rushed down by this giant wall of water has piled up, almost forming a little bit of a dam kind of along this big pile of rocks on the shore on one side. And within that pile is a huge pile of what looks to be corpses, and they're moving. A lot of those undead from that horde were also swept down, and they have all sort of been smashed up against this one wall of stone. And you see that a bunch of them, they're all sort of broken and mangled and like tangled up together. It's a mixture of corpses and skeletons and just like body parts, as this huge mass of this sort of juggernaut of bodies essentially starts to stand up, and somehow they've formed this collective of just corpses that has stood up into this huge ogre-sized, basically mass of undead, and it just sort of and it raises up an arm, and its arm is literally like a body, and it sort of like flexes fingers, which is legs and arms, and the other one, and it kind of looks over and it notices you, Thorcum, and it just starts to lumber towards you. We're gonna keep the same initiative. We're gonna roll right into this combat in a moment.
Wait.
But before we do,
Wait. These undead are just a giant undead now?
they have
Like
like
Voltron undead?
into
Voltron undead, yeah.
a
This
massive
is Jeshi's worst nightmare.
undead situation.
Oh my god.
Before we run the combat, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
Hey, Jay, do we have plot armor for none of our supplies were removed from our person?
Yeah, there was an optional rule to have you guys basically lose all your equipment during the thing. So
Wow.
I think
You opted no for that, right?
yeah.
For not
So
doing that.
Hey, I put him in my eagle pocket.
That's right.
I think that one of the cool things about the GRIO'S encounters is that they're very versatile. Like they're you can run them as sort of a narrative experience where, hey, you guys had some critical item that's really important and now it's gone because the flood took it, or maybe it, the flood dumps you in some crazy place, or just pure mechanically, like,
Or maybe it creates an undead
It's a
super.
Voltron.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. What is this?
Yes, exactly. So there's a lot of options, but I opted to not really deal with the inventory kind of shenanigans.
How crazy that
losing
one
stuff.
of the options was undead Voltron. Like I did not. I mean, GRIO'S is creating some
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Choice
Yes,
1A.
strangely, that was left out of the book, but
Yeah.
it's okay. So I'm slowly getting this sort of map situation put together here.
Oh,
If you
there's
guys-
a giant
are you
Voltron.
on- Yes. Okay. So
Oh my gosh, y'all are way down there.
Whoa. Whoa,
everybody
whoa.
Weird.
should be on the map and able to see that. And stand by, chat. Getting this figured out
Larissa,
for you
you're like
guys.
miles away from me.
Am I?
She'll still hit you. Don't worry. She'll still hit you.
So let's
Do
see.
you see
Larissa's
like where we are, the
probably
three of
Oh,
us?
yeah,
are
you
all
guys
the way
are-
up there.
You're way far away. I'm real close to this. Oh, monster thing.
And
Yeah,
Bill,
there are
you're, like,
lots of
down-
monster
you're, like,
things.
way down here. So yeah,
my
and Larissa's
gosh,
probably more
y'all.
like over here.
Oh my gosh, y'all!
Yeah.
We got this.
So the
Still in
helicopter-
Eldritch Blast range.
The helicopter trio is up near the top of the map,
Helicopter.
so far.
and then
You can.
way down here, so chat can kind of check it out. It's a big map. So there's sort of a middle section where the Voltron corpse skeleton juggernaut thing is, and then there's just some like miscellaneous undead kind of poking around here. But you guys are pretty spread apart. That's one of the results of the flood, is that you've been separated substantially. So we are going to keep the same initiative order. So Vinadil, you're the first to take a turn. So you're kind of down near the bottom of the map here.
How do I do what you did and hide everybody's pictures?
It's an option in the settings. If you
Okay. Try to figure
click
that
the little gear
It's
there.
called like mini. Like you can make it go small, but you can't make it disappear totally.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh,
It's like avatar size or something. All right, so this guy Jay, the guy kind of northeast of me. Do you see where I'm
Yep.
clicking?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so I'm going to assassinate him since I'm good. I mean, it's not,
Surprise, surprise.
it's the name of the move. But since I'm going
Excellent.
first, I'll get. I am going to shoot my crossbow, not this gun thing that's all soaking wet now. I guess my question is, does he see me? Or is he looking somewhere else?
Yeah, I think he would see you. I don't know why he wouldn't. You're kind of everybody has spent the last like 30 seconds to a minute just like you know, like climbing out of the water.
All right, well, it is a nat
That's a good
20.
roll.
A nat 20 on an assassination.
Yeah. Assassinate that.
Hold on, it's going to be
That's a lot of
12,
dice.
17.
Right.
It's going to be 20 plus 17, 37.
37.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, so you move up. Go ahead and move your token if you haven't.
Well, I mean,
Erased.
I just shot him.
Oh, you're shooting him range.
Yeah, I shot him with
Oh,
my
I get
crossbow.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So that is a. Let me see here. I'm just making sure. Getting my.
I
my
think I
affairs in
can
order.
shoot that far.
Which one
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
this
that's
one?
like 15 feet, man.
It's 25 feet. Yeah. Yeah, it's
I was
that
just
one.
looking at which creature it was. I was zoomed out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's basically like a skeletal sort of undead that is, it's like covered in mud and like parts of its body are missing. They've been, these creatures all took a bit of damage as well from the flood as they were washed downstream and away from the main body of the horde. And so you sneak up on this thing and you fire on him, and he just explodes into like a cloud
Nice.
of bones and skin and just grime basically. Nice.
All right. Well, then I'm going to move and then bonus action dash to get over here closer to Belrissa.
Okay, excellent. Thorcum, I believe it's your turn.
Yep. I am going to run up to this guy and hit him with my Warhammer, which is a new thing for me. Let me go. I'm going to have to roll in D20 because I didn't change my macros. So hopefully this translates over.
Get him. Get him
Oh,
with the
wait.
Warhammer.
I'll keep that damage roll. That is a 24 to hit,
Okay, 24 hits.
11 damage.
11 damage on the zombie-like creature. Excellent. Good hit.
And then second attack, 15 to hit.
15 hits.
And 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, awesome. That thing is... let's see, let me just double check something. That guy is still up, believe it or not, but barely. You've just caved in like most of what's left of its body, and it is still, it's like one of those, it like you've sort of decapitated or like separated at least like parts of its body, and it's still sort of crawling across the ground, like still sort of alive.
14's gonna run the distance.
Okay, and crossing the stream would be difficult terrain, but he could probably still make that. But just for everybody's knowledge going forward, so that'll be double movement moving through the water, unless you're flying over it in some sort of helicopter formation.
He wouldn't be able to attack then. So instead of moving to the zombie, I'm gonna put him right there. He'll just do double movement with my bonus action.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Excellent. All right, and then so we have to, let's sort out our initiative real fast so we can move quickly once we get going. So everybody who's not on the board for initiative, go ahead and roll in roll 20.
I don't see any of the board.
I don't see anyone either.
It switched when you change screens and roll 20. It clears the initiative.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I'm gonna delete everybody. So go ahead and
re-roll and then
re-roll
put our...
initiative, and then we can type in what we had before.
Yep.
Would
I think you had a 9.
which
Oops.
it's the same.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Then yeah, well, you and I had 9s, right? That was the.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Kids.
Okay.
Yeah, it might
there we
not
go.
work.
We'll just know that he's at the same turn as me.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works. Yep.
And you guys will kind of link it. Then there's if Kira lives through this.
Yeah.
Kira, you can
Rip
still walk
Kira.
on water for an hour since I cast it.
I mean, that's pretty.
No big
so
deal.
it's not-
No big deal.
yeah, but that means it's not difficult terrain for you guys. You can just walk across it.
That's true. Yeah. Although you're sort of like flying
Yeah.
through the
Now,
air
there are
at
going to
the
be some
moment.
cinematic shots coming up.
Can I use the... Kira just goes...
Jeshi already was talking about fighting on top of kids, and here it has happened already.
Glory.
I mean, currently I'm grabbing onto him, but...
The stories of old Griffin riding dwarves is
Beautiful. This is just how it goes.
I cannot see me in the initiative turn order. And I've clicked on myself.
Did you?
You're 13.
I had to
is what-
redo it.
It shows you.
Yeah,
on
that
there.
shows you.
No,
I
that's Kins.
I don't see.
Oh,
that.
that's Kins.
I had to re-roll. Like, it disappeared for me, so I had to click and re-roll again.
We need to add Tej and Belrissa.
Okay, I can do it for you. Let's see here. Where's your? All right, there's Belrissa. Okay, I added Belrissa, so you should be able to change your number now.
Okay.
And where is Kira? There we go.
How do I?
Let's
Did I just
see.
do that? Okay. Did
All
I,
right, Kira, I added you, so you should be able to
Yeah.
double click the number
Yeah, you can just type it in.
and then type in
Yeah, you
your
just-
9.
what do I do?
Are you-
Oh shit!
Are you looking for distance?
So sorry. I saw someone doing measuring, and I thought that was really cool, and then I just oh my
Click
god!
on the arrow.
I'm like a child with markers in a white house. This is
You click on the arrow, and you should be able to select it and delete it.
okay. And
All right, Kins, you're up.
Okay, I...
So, you currently have you're carrying Jeshi at the moment, and
Yeah.
Kira's riding on your back, but also is tied to you with ropes.
It's very
So
confusing.
that's all happening.
Yeah, I should be double my size also, not to give you something else to do, but...
I didn't
I'm a
undo that
giant
rope while
eagle.
we were standing. That was
No, it's only been like seconds. Like you haven't.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh, okay.
If I move, does that pull them with me? Since they're
Yeah.
on
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
All right. So can they?
Yes.
No, but they would have to wait until their turn to like do their action. Okay. So I'm going to wait. So Jeshi is. What are you doing, Jeshi? Am I holding
I'm in
you?
your
or you
claw.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm in one of your claws, as far as I know.
All right. Well, I'm just taking. No. I have to drop you to use my claw. I think I'm gonna leave Jeshi where you like at your spot. And if Kira is attached to me, then I guess you're coming with me. So I'm gonna come over to this little buddy over here and do my multi-attack. So I'm gonna beak it first.
It,
7.
And so you just dropped Jeshi on the ground right there?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, you dropped him. All right.
Yeah. I left Jeshi. So I can use my claw or my talons.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, it was a 7 to hit on the beak.
7
I'm
to
assuming
hit
does not
is,
hit.
Yeah, that does not hit.
All right, and then for the talons, it's 21 to hit
21 hits.
with 12 slashing damage.
12 damage. Okay, awesome. Got it. So you take a pretty significant chunk of flesh out of this undead, but it's still up, it's still standing.
All right, I will stay here.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be the Voltron skeleton, for lack of a cooler, the skeletal juggernaut creature. And let's move us back. This is a big map. Keep moving back around. So this thing is going to basically just lumber its way over to Thorcum and is going to do a multi-attack, and it just has like 2 giant sort of claws, and as it moved towards you, you notice that like pieces are sort of falling off of it a little bit. Like it's not exactly a cohesive unit. There's things just falling off of it. It's a big mess, but it attacks you the first time, and that's a natural 20 on Thorcum. That's going to be
I'm going to deflect that, so you're gonna have to roll again.
deflect it. What does that do?
Deflecting attack from 14. So
Gives disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So that'll be
Good thing you put him right there.
all right. So with disadvantage, that's a 23 to hit.
And I will use my reaction to cast shield. And I currently have 19 EC, so that puts me at 24.
24. All right.
Oh,
So
nice.
first attack misses. All right. So second attack on Thorcum is a natural 1. All right. So as it basically goes to like smash into you, I'm picturing between you and 14 kind of deflecting, you manage to actually like bash away like a big part of its sort of mass of its body, and it's going to take a little bit of damage as you deflect its attacks. So yeah, nicely done. That is going to end its turn, and it's going to go to actually the guy right behind you is going to go ahead and just basically slam into you, Thorcum, and that is going to be a dirty 20, unnatural 20 to hit you. Your
Still 24.
Yeah, your AC is 24 for this round, so that's going to miss. Next up is going to be...
That was pretty much ideal.
Yeah, that was not bad at all. Where is
If that
this?
was me, I
Oh,
would have been pulled in half already.
That's right. That's right.
Grappled.
Jeshi should be grappled by one and eaten by another. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, okay, this
where
thing
is this guy? Okay.
up north near you guys. Let me just take a quick look at this.
Yeah, Thorcum's just like, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Yeah, this thing is gonna sprint towards Kins. I think probably like right there, and is going to. Let's take a look.
It's kind of like tongue lash you? I mean, I don't know, man. What is that like? That thing's kind of like a.
I was just looking at that.
Oh man.
It's just
Yeah.
raging.
Basically, like it seems like this slightly bigger, slightly stronger, maybe more nimble undead creature, as opposed to your basic like lumbering corpse. This thing rushes up at you and basically swipes out at you with these these long, gross claws. And this is an attack on Kins. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's 7 slashing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution save, and that will be using the Eagle's Constitution.
9.
9. Okay, you are paralyzed by the attack,
Oh no.
and the hovering you were doing as an eagle ceases as your body just sort of like freezes,
gosh.
and you just slam down onto the ground
Ooh.
in eagle form, and you're gonna take 4 more bludgeoning damage from just falling out of midair.
What was the first damage again? You said.
It was
7?
7, yeah.
Okay.
7 plus 4, and you
Yep.
are paralyzed
Okay.
for 1 minute, and you'll have an opportunity to repeat that saving throw in your next turn.
Okay.
Okay, that's gonna end that thing's turn. Belrissa.
Yeah. I'm gonna hex that guy that's next to me, that's closest to me,
Okay.
and I will Eldritch Blast him.
Bye, guy.
He's hexed.
All right. 9 to hit. That's probably not gonna hit.
Never mind.
9 is not enough numbers. It's
Okay.
not gonna work this time.
All right. Next one. 18 to hit.
18 will do it. There you go.
All right. So he takes 13 plus 6.
Nice. That's great. Okay.
So
Very
19.
nice.
Excellent. Do you want to do sorcery points or anything like that, or what do you want to do?
Hex was a bonus action, so I don't think I can use my sorcery
right,
points to do a second one.
Alrighty, excellent. That thing
And
gets slammed.
I'm gonna run over.
Run away.
Go hide behind Robot Vin.
I should.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Jeshi, you're on deck here.
He's very.
Jeshi and
Kira is up next. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Kira is she really bummed that the eagle's paralyzed, and
Not that cool.
It's a bummer. It's kind of a bummer.
kind of a bummer. Magic is going to untie the rope from around her waist, and I guess because I can still walk on water, I am not going to approach land. But rather will take a shot at Captain Tongues a lot with with my bow and arrow.
Okay. All right, so that will be. You should be able to click the hit button to roll
Okay.
make your attack
All
roll.
right, here we go. That's a 24.
24
Oh.
definitely hits.
Okay.
Yep.
And the damage?
Yep, that's
Yep. Got to roll it.
7.
7 damage. Okay.
And then
Nice.
did it roll sneak attack for you?
I don't know if it
Yeah.
would it have rolled sneak attack since I'm being blocked by Kins initially from its view.
No, you're not necessarily blocked line of sight. So
Okay.
in this case, the creature is basically fighting somebody else. So one of the main features of the rogue is that because that creature is engaged with somebody else, you can include sneak attack, which at level 8 would be what, Vin? Do you know that?
It's an extra 4d6.
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 You should have a button for sneak attack also down at the bottom, but yeah, you can just roll 4d6.
I have the definition of it. Let me see. Oh, I do. Yeah. Sorry, it's right there. Wow. Okay, here we go, baby.
There you go. That's that's what we're looking for from the room.
All
Right.
ones.
15.
Oh wow.
15, and then I think you had 6 at first, right?
7.
7.
7. Okay.
22.
Excellent.
Better
Makes
now.
all the difference.
That's great. Okay. Yeah, you take a basically I'm picturing you kind of like sneak up around behind the eagle, and just like right as the eagle's kind of falling paralyzed, the thing is just like, and you just sink an arrow like right in the side of its face, and just and it kind of spins around and kind of manages to like maintain its balance, but it's got an arrow sticking out of its face now, and it's like licking it with its tongue, like all confused, weird claws, and it's
Dear God.
it took a lot of damage, but it's still there. Nicely done. So with your turn, you can basically do a handful of things. You can move somewhere up to I believe 30 feet. Now you're kind of in the water-ish, so you'd probably.
And
want
I know that they don't like
You can
water.
run on top of it though.
So you
She can.
You could. Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. So the water doesn't affect you because you're water walked still.
Right.
From Kins. Kins, is that a concentration spell? Probably
No,
not.
sorry, I misread it. It's not. It's just 1 hour.
Great. Okay. Perfect. So you can basically move anywhere you want up to 30 feet in any kind of direction. You
Okay.
can also attack on your turn, and then you can use a bonus action, which in your case enables you to dash, or to disengage and do some other stuff that we don't need to really get into. But basically you can move a lot and attack.
Okay.
That's kind of what's important right now.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will take the opportunity to move and reposition myself a little bit further downstream so that I would be able to see around to the second enemy as well as the first.
Okay, so you should be able to grab your character and move.
Like
And since
move.
you can use
Like
dash
here?
as a bonus action, you
Okay.
should be able to move 60 feet.
60 feet. Oh, wow.
Right, Vin? Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'll go right around about there.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nicely done. Okay, Jeshi, you have the same initiative, so you're kind of moving and doing all this at the same moment. So you sort of splash through the water towards Tongue Guy. And what do you wanna
move
do?
up. I move up. And I grab the eagle feather that's nearest to me and cast Lesser Restoration
Okay.
to dispel
heal
the
me?
paralyze effect. So you are no longer paralyzed. You don't
Nice.
have to roll. You have your regular turn.
Nice.
And then I'll just yell, like, pick me back up!
Oh, amazing.
That's it.
Oh my god.
He's going to ride an eagle into battle. It's gonna happen.
All right.
Papa, yip, yip.
Way down the bottom, this guy's gonna go. This guy is useless. He is gonna make it about that far, and he's basically just kind of moving towards you guys. That's gonna end his turn. And then I believe, wait, right all the way back at the top. Let's see here. Good. This guy is kind of missed an opportunity to attack a paralyzed Kins, but is gonna attack Kins anyway, moving in a little closer just to try to take a giant bite out of the the eagle right there, but only rolls an 8 to attack
Oh no.
and does not do it. So
I am going to be on the side of our dungeon master. She would technically still be prone, so you would have advantage
you're absolutely right, sir.
because
I appreciate that.
she can't move up. Yeah,
I really appreciate
sorry,
that.
kids.
Oh.
Why do you hate eagles? What?
Polar bear is better.
I mean, you hate kids, you hate
I
eagles.
was gonna say
I
eagles
mean-
and children. So, yeah, that's
You know,
Oh
that
my gosh.
that brings its attack roll to 19, which I'm assuming
Yeah,
hits,
it does.
hits you,
It does
and that
hit.
does,
Reaction block.
okay,
Oh, which would
We
have
have
taken
the
away the
gesture.
advantage.
Can you-
Puts it at disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Ah.
Perfect. Can you? Does that creature have to be within 5 feet of you, or just Kins?
Nope. The person I'm defending needs to be within 5.
Great. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So you block the attack.
Because it's
and,
with my shield.
So that was like really just an emotional moment there, where like it missed,
roller
and then
coaster.
it hit, and then it missed
I
again.
need-
It was That was
Kins
intense.
to stay eagle form.
Jeshi is heavily invested in the
Otherwise, by the
survival
time
of
I
this
get
eagle.
to this thing, it'll be dead.
Nice. All right, excellent. Okay, so Vinadil, back to the top of the round. It's your turn. So let's see.
All right. I am going to. Are any of these things actual trees this time that I could potentially hide around?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's.
So that I'm going to kind of run into this copse of trees here and try to bonus action hide.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Is that the correct word? Copse of trees, yeah.
I know the spelling. I don't know how it's pronounced. Sounds great.
That's one of those words
that's a
you've
20.
read it but never said it. 20. Okay.
And so I'm trying to hide from this guy.
From that guy. Okay, cool. So we're gonna have him make a quick little.
Does it matter if he bites you? Aren't you dead?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so no, I'm trying
These are
to
your
get,
people.
I'm trying to get a sneak attack. So if I'm hidden, then I get advantage on the attack and I get sneak attack.
So he does not see you. So you're
Okay.
able to dash into the trees and kind of hide yourself.
I thought you were like, deuces.
I mean, to be fair, I have done that also.
It's true.
I've done that many times.
Not what I'm doing this time. That's a 28 to hit and 15 damage.
15 damage. Great. Okay.
And then that's my turn.
All right, Thorcom, you're up. So you're currently surrounded by, flanked maybe is a better term. Not quite surrounded, but you got a situation.
Got a
happening here.
situation. So I accidentally destroyed my character sheet. Just a second. Actually, I'll do a
Character deleted.
character deleted roll. I'm gonna attack the little
Time
guy
for
right
15.
beside me. I know my to hit. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Hey, nice.
Sorry, little dude. You're dead.
He's like,
Maybe, unless I roll like a 1 on this.
he has 2 hit
Oh, I
points.
literally rolled an 8. So that's he's dead. So I just cave in that guy's head.
Yeah.
Then
A
I
fine
spin around.
mist of zombie blood just like
Ew.
rises up into the air as
This
you
is
just
good warhammering.
you just hit this. Yeah, proper warhammering just happened.
I get to use a new ability. I'm going to attack the big guy, kind of at his knees. Let me just roll since D&D Beyond isn't coming up. I'm glad I know all the commands. Oh, that's going to be a nat 1. Unfortunate.
Proper warhammering.
From the
Proper
high to the
warhammering.
low.
Thorcom, make a dexterity save real fast.
Okay. Ooh, that's not going to save. That's a 2.
Ooh, yeah. So you spin around and your foot kind of slips in the mud, and your warhammer gets lodged in between 2 of the sort of like bodies that are smushed together, and you fall down prone basically at the feet of this creature.
Then I'll just get up with my movement and
Okay.
sit there. And then I'm going to let 14 use my bonus action, which means he can attack. And he's got a 16 to hit on the big guy.
Let me look at this. That hits. Yeah,
7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
Pretty weak, pretty weak. And then that's my turn.
Excellent. Kins.
So the little guy's dead, right? Because he doesn't have an X. Doesn't have an
Guy's
X.
dead.
X that
Haven't
guy.
gotten that far yet. Yeah, he's he's not even X'd. He's just missed.
Missed.
He's particles at this point. The hammer took care of that.
Okay, to get up, how much movement does that take for me?
Half.
Yeah,
Half of
why
my
are-
entire movement?
That's correct.
Why are you
Because I'm a
prone?
giant eagle. Because the thing paralyzed me and I just fell to the
Okay.
ground. Remember? All right, so I'll use half my movement to get up and do my multi-attack again on. We're gonna go the tongue guy since
Tongue
he paralyzed
guy.
me.
Okay.
I don't know what else we can
Get
call
him.
it.
Now, hold on for 1 second.
Uh-oh.
So, this guy,
Tongue guy doesn't like that.
He doesn't like that name.
any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of Tongue Guy must make a DC 10 Con saving throw, or ...
Or dot.
or
+2.
or die or
Could be die.
+2.
Probably
+2.
die.
Okay.
Die.
I'm gonna add +2 after I roll this. Okay, 21 total.
Yeah,
Ooh,
okay, it's
nice.
just ... happens. Nothing
Oh,
happens. So
okay.
go ahead and make your attack.
You'll die
All
next
right.
turn.
I will beak first. That is natural 20.
Nice.
25.
Really? Dang.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
And oh wait, it adds a crit.
It automatically crit for you.
But it doesn't double your dice. It rolls a second.
No,
one
yeah.
separate, so-
6 damage. Wait, is that right?
So no, so
Yeah. Oh, just kidding.
This would
1d6 plus.
There you go. So
oh,
mouse
it's 'cause
over
you
and
rolled
then.
a 1 on your 1d6.
I rolled a 1 on my. Yeah.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. There's a roll. Every turn is a roller coaster where the
It
eagle
is
is
too
involved.
much.
It's like,
There's no
my
like,
emotions
you know,
are just.
no chill eagle here. Okay, so that's a 6 damage, right?
Yep.
Am I reading that right? Okay.
Got it.
And then I will talon the dude again. Second. 13. Wait, does this include Jeshi's too?
Hits.
Is that something different? I never know,
No,
so
that's
just
just
let me
for
know when it
saving
is. Oh, for saving throws. Okay. 10 slashing damage.
10 more damage. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, nice. That guy's still standing, but he's definitely.
Jeshi,
Showing some
we've
wear.
battled enough that I know how far you can throw your hammer, right?
Sure.
How far is that?
Pick me up and fly. Pick me up and fly.
I will pick up Jeshi and use my movement to go straight up, knowing that I will probably get
Okay.
a reaction.
Yeah. Both of them actually are gonna try to attack you, and also keep track of your vertical movement since I can't really. We can't really
Okay.
represent that on the map,
I will-
so just theater of the mind how high you are. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so Tongue Guy is going to try to attack you.
Are you wanting her to be paralyzed again, Jeshi? Or is that what the co-op
I
was?
need to get to
Wait,
this fight.
if
If I
I
have
fall-
to run, it's gonna take me 4 turns.
Oh wait, sorry. Wait. Did I say I was grabbing Jeshi? I was grabbing Jeshi. Would I crush him?
I'm
now?
already holding on to your foot. Doesn't matter.
No, but like I wanted to grab Jeshi
It's fine.
as I was flying up.
Yes, I get it. Yeah, it's fine. All right, the first one misses you. The second one, yeah, they both rolled really low. So these things are both just like
Oh my God.
just slapping midair as Jesse, you're just like as you float up in the sky.
Oh gosh.
Great. Okay. That ends concern. Okay, we're back to Thorcum's situation back in the middle. So this thing is going to.
It's so bad that you've been against this guy alone.
So
Just kills the boss.
you just tried to attack this thing and got your hammer stuck, and you fell down in the mud and manages to get back up, and there's like a mist of corpse, stuff still floating through the air that you're kind of like is all you're trying
Febreze,
to
but
trying
bad.
not to breathe it in. It's just probably has disease. It's a mess. And as you do, you look up at this thing, and it just sort of lumbers towards you, Thorcum, and it just almost the same way that you do with 14. It seems to just sort of and it like just leans forward and just collapses into a massive like pile of bones and corpses and body parts just fall and collapse on you like an avalanche. So that's a dexterity saving throw for you.
Okay. Bu- 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 bu. That's a 12.
All right, that's going to be 22 bludgeoning damage on
Okay.
Thorcum as this massive
Ouch.
avalanche of bones collapses on you. And as you're sort of reeling from the damage, you can feel all the individual parts and things just sort of as it just reassembles itself moments later and towers over you yet again. That's going to end its turn, Thorcum. Next up is that guy. That guy's dead. Next up is that guy. Where's he? That guy. I'm trying to keep track of which one's which here.
That guy's
Ooh.
dead.
It's
Undead, am I
it's Eagle Tongue guy's turn.
I am 40 feet in the air.
You sure are. But
Don't hit
I
me.
am
Don't hit me.
35
that
feet
so you
in
can
the air.
fly 80. So
Yeah.
that was half your movement. Yeah, you're still really high. Okay. What can this thing do? And let's see here. Let me take a quick look. Is there anything this thing can do to an eagle who's 40 feet away?
Or a dwarf that is 35 feet away.
35, this little Jeshi hanging down
So-
from a talon.
Believe it or not, this thing has a higher intelligence than Jeshi. So, what it's going to do is it goes
Oh no, bye
and
Jeshi.
it reaches over and it grabs the corpse next to it and it's gonna throw it at Jeshi.
I hate this.
And I'm gonna have it make a
It's really
Trying to
far
imagine
throw.
this like playing out, like just throwing a bag
Well-
of skeletons.
so okay, yeah. So you're 40 feet high and then Jeshi's hanging from your thing, so he's call it 33-ish feet, and that thing is about 7 feet tall probably. So
Man.
the delta there is reasonable. So it grabs this zombie, and that was a really decent roll. It rolled above the check. So this zombie flies up and basically grabs onto your feet, Jeshi, and is hanging from your legs. This second zombie. So we're gonna put it like right here.
Oh my
Dare
gosh,
you.
everything.
And then it's gonna just it's gonna bail on you guys, and it's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's gonna go run after Kira.
Oh no.
What?
Bro!
Though it can't attack you because
It threw a zombie at me.
I'm just holding on to people.
it can only
I
make
imagine
that
it like a cheerleader move. You like put your foot here.
All right, so Kins, you're up in the air, dwarf hanging from your claws. Or no, you've
I'm
got
holding.
claws into the shoulders, and then there's a zombie hanging on to Jeshi's legs, hanging in midair. Done. Belrissa.
Yeah. Hit.
Oh, they didn't seal it. Shit. Sorry, guys. Gotta remember to move this map around.
Oh gosh.
And
Yeah, this map is
all right.
giant, man.
Yeah, it is. There wasn't much to see on the map. Don't worry about it. All right, so we're back
Yeah,
down
just
the
a
bottom.
flying zombie.
Yes. Theater of the mind, people. Theater of the mind.
So Belrissa, you got a hexed guy down near you.
Yeah.
And another zombie closing in. You got Thorcum, who's soloing the boss at the moment.
Yeah.
And
I
like
know.
mid map. What do you want to do?
I gotta attack the guy who's coming towards us, who's hexed still. I'm gonna attack him first.
Okay.
Okay. And 15 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
All right, so that is a 14 plus 6, 20.
20 damage. That's gonna be enough. And second tongue guy goes down.
Sweet.
Is smashed. So
So
Eldritch
my-
Blast has a really long range.
It does. It can go 120 feet.
Yeah, so you could hit either of those guys if you wanted to.
I'm gonna hit the guy that Thorcum's engaged with. Big Voltron guy.
Okay.
So 19 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and he gets another 14 damage.
14. Okay.
And then I'm gonna burn 2 sorcery points to do it again
Ooh,
on
nice
that
one.
guy.
So 2 more Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 21 to hit
Yep.
with 7 damage.
Okay.
And then a 16 to hit
That hits.
and 8 damage.
8 more damage. Excellent. Nicely done. Do you want to move?
I do. I'm gonna go. Right there.
Excellent. Okay. So you're rushing up towards Thorcom. Very nice. Well done. Kira.
Yeah, that's me. Okay. Kira's walking on water. Can Tungai walk out on the water or swim?
You're not sure.
I'm not sure. I thought I knew a lot about these things.
The water's not super deep. It
Okay.
has receded a lot since the flood ended.
Okay.
You would, you're probably going to assume that it can't walk on water, but the water's not that deep, so he can
Not
still
that deep.
come after you.
And it's not afraid of it.
No, the undead are they don't like the salt water as much,
Salt
the
water,
ocean,
okay.
that kind of thing. But this type of water, it doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Is this large plant there on the coast? Is that like a bush or is that like a tree?
It's more like a small tree.
More like a small tree. So I can see under it those branches.
Yes, you can.
Okay, great. All right. In that case, and I can make 2 attack actions.
1 attack.
1 attack.
Yep. And that so this guy has nobody near him. So
Right.
so you're not gonna be able to use your sneak
Right.
attack.
Okay.
There's one undead that has somebody near them.
Yes, there is, and that's okay. So that. No, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna roll my eyes and then bolt down.
Roll my eyes.
Ugh, annoying. And we'll roll down here to back up Orcam.
He just bails on both of them. Love it.
No,
Love it.
not Thorcam. Jeshi.
Kira's like, they got it. They got it.
Yeah, I'll be
There's 2
fine.
of them, and one of them's a giant eagle.
That's true. Should be fine.
That's my thought process.
Jeshi, all of a sudden
I'm not
your
rolling my eyes
elk,
at you guys, by the way. I roll my eyes at the zombie who thinks he can come out here and chase the elf that's walking on water.
your
You guys
elk
are looking
steed
good.
just like suddenly like stands up out of the water and just like shakes off its fur. And,
Hey, buddy. Hi, Douglas.
Douglas.
so Jeshi, it's your turn. You've got a zombie
Grapple.
hanging from your feet. You're 40 feet above the air. What do you want to do?
I want to punch the zombie in the face
Oh.
that is holding on to me.
Punch the zombie.
That is my current plan.
Okay. That's
So I'm gonna say that's like. Does that count? No, that's unarmed. So
yeah,
I'm,
that would be
I
an
don't
unarmed strike.
So it's just 1d20 plus my strength.
That's correct. Yeah, no proficiency.
Oops. Oh, a 6. I punch again.
Okay.
Punch.
Oh, a 6
Oh.
again. You gotta be kidding me. That's not cinematically interesting. I was gonna smite punch it in the face.
Yeah. So,
Cinematically.
Jeshi, you
I'm
go
just
down to
choking it out.
punch it, and like as you do, it just sort of like it's like falling apart kind of, and you sort of punch it, but you don't get any connection because its body is just sort of deteriorating so much. So yeah.
I absolutely hate undead. This is the worst. Whatever. I'm okay.
Try,
I'm
no.
good.
Okay. Let's see. So we're back down the bottom here. I don't know if this guy is ever going to catch you. Let's see, because he's really far away, huh?
It's terrible.
you know what? With a dash, he gets all the way there. He can't do anything though, but at least he catches up to Vinadil. So he did, you know, he did a thing. He moved. He contributed. Okay.
Zombie
And
shambled up
then-
there.
You know whose turn it is next? Our favorite
Tongue
zombie.
guy.
Tongue guy?
Okay.
Nope. It's guy
it's the
hanging
one
from
that's
Jeshi
attached.
guy.
No, no.
No.
Okay, so he is going to use his movement to claw his way
No.
up Jeshi, basically.
Oh my gosh.
And
is
like
the
he's
worst.
just like he's sort of like half clawing and climbing and half like bear hugging you, Jeshi. And your arms are free because Kins is grabbing your shoulder. So this thing is, and you're just like, you know, you're trying to punch this thing, and this is all happening kind of at the same time. So, and you can't quite make a connection, and this thing's climbing up you, and it is going to attempt to basically pry you out of Kins's grip, with basically just a strength
Say more.
check.
Okay.
So this is going to be a contest of strength between Kins's grip
Oh my god.
Oh no.
and this creature's ability to just
I was
like
thinking, like,
rip
I'm gonna be up.
you out of its
40 feet in the air.
Wait, a strength test?
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
squeezing and holding you're like holding on
Yeah.
to Jeshi. So
Jeshi.
basically just
Believe.
make an yep, there you go.
This is the strongest eagle.
Okay, Kins just rolled a 7
Okay.
and
It's not a 1.
How do I?
this is not the strongest thing in the world either, so
Would you?
it rolled a natural 1.
Yay!
Oh, that was not cinematically interesting, Jeshi. This whole eagle flying situation is just okay. So, dang, nat 1 on that. Okay, so this thing.
It's just a scramble of feathers and undead flesh.
Jay,
Ew.
Jay, I got it for you. It tries to like jerk Jeshi off, and both his arms just fall off.
All right, nat 1.
Too much.
Okay, you know what? So this thing tries to rip you out of Kins's grip, and literally like the tension on its tendons just give out, and its arm like just sort of rips off, and it starts to fall. And the shoulder gives out. So, Jeshi, you've just got 2 zombie arms just hanging from like they're just death grip, just grasped onto like
As it
your-
falls, I am going to take a reaction attack with my hammer.
Yes! Hammer!
Okay, this zombie with no arms is just falling, just like
20 to hit.
That was.
yes, that hits.
Yes.
Murder!
Yeah.
18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. So the zombie begins to fall 40 feet in the air, and Jeshi, you react and you slam it downwards with your hammer.
I want to I golf.
Golf.
club
I was
that.
like,
Hold up.
Okay, you golf. you golf club hit with your hammer this body, and it just ragdolls through the air and like flies way over and splashes into the river, and just blood and ichor just sort of start flowing down. And a few moments later, Kira, under your feet, you see the body of this thing, and you look up like, and you probably think to yourself, yeah, they were fine, no big deal.
I hate
Eagles and
undead so much.
eagles and such. You still have 2 arms just kind of hanging from you like
Ew.
trophies, Jeshi.
2
But
veneers.
that thing is super dead. We're gonna put it like kind of down here. Okay.
wow.
Kira's gonna hear that, turn, look at Jeshi, who's smiling with the beaming glow of 1,000 suns, and I'm just gonna kind of smirk and be like, we give the nod. You had that.
You got it.
Yep. Okay. Next up, who do we got? We got
That's the guy that I killed.
yeah, that guy's gone. So he's
Yeah.
gone. All right, top of the round.
Indeed.
Vinadil. What do you got?
Ooh.
All right, I'm going to disengage from this guy. and keep running.
Okay.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
So as a rogue, he can disengage. That thing does not get to attack him. So his
And
contribution minimal, sadly, but he tried.
Poor
And
little
I'm gonna
guy.
just go ahead and dash with my action and get there. So
Okay, awesome. So you're gonna bonus action disengage and then dash action just to kind of get up to the combat. That's gonna end your turn. Excellent, Thorcum. You've
Okay.
just sort of been avalanched.
So how?
by-
I'm small. Could
Oh.
me.
Our internet just hiccuped for a second, so I didn't hear any of that.
Ooh.
So go again.
How big is this thing?
It's about the size. It's a large size mechanically, so it's probably the size of like a large ogre or like a troll, maybe. It's pretty big.
So the fact that it was larger than me is why it could follow me like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I cast enlarge on myself.
Oh my god.
Nice.
This
There's
guy.
only one way to fight Voltron.
Are you gonna change your voice?
Yeah.
Thorcum, are you gonna talk in a big voice now?
this.
Yes.
Tina now realizes she's completely
Yeah.
unneeded and decides to turn around and leave.
Okay, so Thorcum's still picking like pieces of bone out of the little nooks and crannies of his suit. Yeah, he grows to a double in size, and very nice. You're now standing almost eye to eye with this giant juggernaut of corpses and skeletons.
And then distracted, 14 just punches him in the knee again. 21 to hit,
That hits.
8 damage.
8 more damage.
In the knee.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Its knee is also a zombie's face.
Yeah.
Kins.
Oh man.
It's me. Okay. I'm still holding on to Jeshi. Let's go
You
for
sure
a
are.
ride, buddy.
You can finally move
Woo.
after all this time.
All right, I'm going. I can't move Jeshi, but you're in my claws.
All ever Jesse dreamed of.
It's a roller coaster. Okay, I am. Can I hold Jeshi with one claw and use the other claw to hit, or would I need to set him down?
No.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna gently put Jeshi on the ground, and then I'm gonna do my multi attack on this tongue lashing dude. Come on,
All
come
right.
on.
Who
All right,
does still have an arrow in his
21.
face?
21. That hits for sure.
Who has an arrow?
This is
This
the guy
guy.
that has the
This
arrow
is the guy
sticking
I
out of
shot,
his
right?
face.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Tight. Okay.
And that's 7 piercing damage.
7. Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my big strong talons. 14 to hit,
That hits.
14 slashing damage.
That is enough. He goes down.
All right, I'm
Nice
gonna
one.
pick Jeshi back up and use my remaining 10
You-
feet.
You can't
Oh.
attack and pick him. I let it go on the other turn,
Oh.
but normally
I
it has
see.
to be one or the other. So you're
can't
able to
pick him up.
land and basically the
All right.
dropping him and then attack. Yeah, you get it. So
I won't leave Jeshi. I will just stay here with him.
okay. All right, we're back to Big Boss Man. So let's see here. What? Okay. I need to roll. So this is a recharge attack, which is a. Okay. So this is a recharge 5/6. So I just rolled in chat, and you see that it recharged. So let me just check something here.
What did it recharge?
The fall thing.
A
Bone,
belly drop. Yeah.
bone avalanche.
Ooh, that sounds like a Pokemon move, and I like it.
Grossest Pokemon ever. Not cute.
Zombie Pokemon.
So technically this is an AoE and I missed it before. But this thing is going to...
So my assumption was completely incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah, but
you're very large and powerful and awesome now. This thing is gonna go 5, 10, this thing is gonna move right here and is gonna do its bone collapse thing again because it recharged. So it basically is going to just it sort of like lumbers around and then just sort of falls forward and collapses into a massive spray of debris. So all 3 of you right there need to make a dexterity saving throw.
I take damage. Let's see what 14 does.
14.
14, okay.
Plus uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so 14, you make the save.
Okay.
And with uncanny dodge, that means you take no damage.
Okay. Hot.
So you're good. Or evasion.
Very nice.
I can't remember which one's which. But one of them.
It's evasion, but
Yeah.
same
Oh.
thing.
14 makes it.
Okay.
18.
So the damage is 24. So 14 takes half damage. And you're gonna take 24 damage, Thorko.
Yep.
And then it quickly reassembles itself. Right. And now it also, you guys are noticing though that each time it does this and it reassembles, it's like missing a few pieces. So it's slowly getting a little smaller and starting to fall apart a little bit in exchange for doing this move. Some of the parts just sort of continue to flow down the river. Vinadil, you watch as some of the body parts flow by, and you and Belrissa see it, but it's still it hurts, but it's falling apart a little bit in exchange for that. Let's see that.
And I gotta make a concentration check. So
Okay. Both tongue guys are dead. Belrissa.
All
your turn.
right, I'm gonna move up here, and
Alright.
I'm gonna
I
cast.
am back to normal size.
Oh, broke your concentration.
I'm gonna
It would.
cast Hexblade's Curse, bonus action on big guy.
Hexblade's Curse. Okay.
Hexblade's Curse.
The big one.
Yeah. And then I blast him. $16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And 7 plus, I think that said it was 3 with Hexblade's Curse. Let me just see one more time. Yeah, it's a +3 to damage rolls.
Okay.
So 10 for that one.
10 damage on that attack.
On
Got
that
it.
attack. And 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
And oops, I rolled the wrong dice. 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. Excellent. So that brings it to there. Very nice. Very good.
And I'm
Okay.
done.
Kira, you're up.
Okay, so basically, based on the bone slam, and combined with the damage from the flood, if I get hit, I'm all but dead, due to hashtag rogue body, and
Oh, well.
so I would like to move like minimum safe distance. Was I able to perceive how far out his kind of effect took place when he attempted to hit me the first time?
Yeah, you would perceive that you are currently within range, but as a rogue, you can use your bonus action to disengage so that doesn't matter. So you can basically disengage and then run wherever you want, and it can't take an attack on you. It's one of your roguish perks.
Okay. So I will do that.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Sounds like a good plan.
And since that's a bonus action, you can move away and then still ranged attack
Great.
with your main action.
So we're gonna just cheeky girl right over here. Is that within 30? I think it is. Maybe.
Don't know. Can't
Let's
see what
see.
you're.
I can. Oh yeah, it was within 30 then. Okay, I didn't measure myself. I was going. See, oh, Right here? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Cool. So
Still running on top of the water.
yes, still absolutely running on top of the water. And we're gonna go here. And then I will ranged attack big man
Okay.
with the bow. And we will get a 19 to hit
That'll do it.
and 7 damage.
7 damage. So at this point, the thing is relatively slow. It's moving. Yeah,
Can I
you
do
get
that?
sneak attack damage.
I
too.
get sneak attack.
Yeah.
We're doing sneak attack, baby.
It's,
Here we go.
It doesn't seem to be moving really. It's just kind of going and attacking and doing the thing that giant undead creatures do. And it's just a matter of how fast can you take it down, and can you do that before it takes Thorcum with it. So as you all sort of rush towards the center of the battle to try to finish this thing off. So what's your sneak attack damage?
Total of 22.
22.
Nice.
22 more? Or no, total.
Well, no, I
22.
15 plus the 7.
Awesome.
So
That's
yeah.
excellent. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, definitely just big chunks of bodies are flying off this thing, and it's a total mess. All right.
Sweet.
Okay, this is it. This is everything that dreams are made of. I ready my hammer, 2 hands under me, and I just scream cannonball, and I hold my action. I'm screaming at Kins. Cannonball.
Right next to you.
You're doing a ready action to do what? You got to
Cannonball
call it
cannonball
out.
me
That's how
into
it
the
works.
thing.
You want me to
Kins
throw
to
you?
drop me into
Or-
this
oh,
thing, and I'm
drop
gonna
you.
smite
Got
cannonball
it.
it.
It's like I don't
big
understand what you're
Oh
saying.
my gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
So all right. You're using a ready action,
Mm-hmm.
and basically when Kins
I'm
drops
going
you,
to attack this thing if I get
into
into
it.
range of it.
Mm-hmm.
amazing. That's the best thing I've ever heard. Everything else is dead, right? Yes. Great.
Pretty much.
All right, Vin.
All right, I'm going to, now that my crossbow doesn't automatically reload anymore, I'm going to pull out this. No, but I can do that with a bonus action, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bonus action reload my crossbow, and this guy's in 30 feet, so I'm just going to shoot him.
Okay.
What in the world?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That is 8 plus 15, 23, 24 to hit, and then 23 damage.
23. Awesome.
A lot of damage. We got 2 rogues now.
Yeah. Yeah. That piles up real quick.
And then that's I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not gonna move.
Okay. Awesome. That was great. All right. Thorcum. You were really big for a second there, and now you're not. You're back. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna play it the smart way, trying to outthink mechanics. Bonus or action disengage. I'm away. I'm gonna bonus action. 14 is going to repair himself,
Okay.
gaining 16 hit points, which I think tops him off.
Nice.
Nice. It's a lot.
Man, I can't do math. Like Baby Town has like destroyed my brain. Yeah, he's full.
Thorcum has like a 3-week-old baby. If
Aw.
even that, right? I don't even think he's 3 weeks old, right? It's
No, he's not even like he's like 2.5. But anyway, that's what I do. That's my turn.
excellent. Okay. Kins.
Kids,
All
now's the
right.
time. This is the moment, kids.
So
Make Jeshi's dreams come true.
this is the weirdest eagle mission ever. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up Jeshi.
You are carrying somebody who is carrying a hammer of doom.
I know.
Let's do this.
Hammer
Still
of
got
doom. Okay, so I'm gonna carry Jeshi. What, considering that, hold up, let me distance this.
You got it. It's
You got
50
80 feet. Yeah.
No, I know, but I want to be like still up in the air so he can have his glorious like throwing moment or whatever. Whatever it is that
You
you're
better
doing.
make this roll,
Drop me.
Jeshi.
I want you
You
to
want
drop
me to drop
into
so I can
it.
pick you up and drop you?
Oh,
Yeah.
you haven't picked me up yet.
I haven't, so I'm gonna
you
pick
can
you
drop
up and
him.
I'm
Yeah.
Okay.
Dropping him's a free action because you're just like,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
all right. I'm gonna move then closer, like above the dude, and carry Jeshi with me and have fun. I can't talk to you. Kaka, drop you.
Okay, Jeshi.
See you in 6 seconds.
I would like cinematic advantage for this cannonballing hammer.
You
attack.
have it, sir. You have it. This is so.
bless you.
This is a house rule cinematic advantage. If you can come up with something just absolutely epic that gets everybody excited, rule of cool all day. Like you are flying through the air, it's a slow motion, just like
Okay.
And, or maybe you're cannonballing. I don't know. You do, and there's two
I'd like
arms
to
just
imagine it
flapping
be
in the
all-
wind.
it's all
of this-
together.
of this zombie that are still there, just sort of like. Yeah, you can describe this for us, and then please make this roll.
So we're gonna have to practice this later, so I feel like the timing isn't quite right. So Jeshi imagines that he's like rearing back, hanging under,
Yeah.
and he's gonna like pop the guy's head, but instead dropped, going straight at it. It's like a mixture of hammer and forehead for damage. It's a 22 to hit.
22 hits for sure.
22. Okay, 13 damage, but I'm gonna do a second level smite as well.
And it's undead. You get that
And it
radiant,
is
boy.
undead.
Oh, we got another raid. Awesome.
So, I can do this, plus this, plus this. Okay, 18 more damage.
18 more
Nice.
damage. What happens, Jeshi? How does this?
It just explodes
How
like
does
a
this work?
10-pin bowling. Boom.
All right, so this giant juggernaut of skeletons and bodies and corpses and that is sort of just brought itself together and has collapsed several times, and it's just it gets out and there's not a whole lot left of it, but it still seems to be moving. Jeshi, you coast through the air, being carried by giant eaglekins, and she just lets go, and you just coast through.
You know how there's that thing where if what is it called? The Doppler effect, where the sound changes. So I think Kira just hears laughter, like, hey, ha, ha, ha.
You come down on this thing with a combination of a massive hammer blow with a divine smite, radiant energy, just explodes out from your blow. But also you kind of like slam into it and headbutt it all at the same time. And Kins, you're seeing this from above, and Thorcum, you're all kind of like getting a close-up view as there's this cloud of dust and debris just rises up, and you see Jeshi kind of stand up from the middle of it, and all the bones stay on the ground. This thing is
Worth it?
is dead. Nicely done. That was excellent. Excellent
I bet
use of
it's not done.
cinematic advantage. It's not?
We still got Shambly McGee like trying to catch us.
Nah, he's dead. He has. Yeah, no,
Aw.
he's
He's like
fine.
the Walking Dead zombie
Pick
that
me
gets
back
caught
up.
on like a branch and it just goes through his eye socket. He's just like walking forth.
That's okay. You guys one-shot him eventually. No
Oh,
big deal.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's late. We're gonna move on and leave Zombie McGee to his fate. Which you probably know what's gonna happen there. All right. So, night has fallen. The flood. Even though you were back in Portsmouth and you were actually in the tavern and you picked up a book off of a shelf, it was a book called GRIO'S Guide to the Wildlands. And it was basically like a warning. It was like, hey, if you're ever out in the environment, watch out for these environmental hazards like flash floods. And nobody read it, though. You're like, that'll never happen to us. No big deal. But sure enough, you were traveling and you've been swept, it seems like a mile downstream by this massive flood. Everybody's beat up. The bodies from the undead horde were also swept down. They attacked you. You finally, after what seems like like a really long, just drawn out thing, are able to catch your breath for a few minutes. You spend the night, you're able to rest. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward to the end of your traveling here, so we can wrap up this section. Now, you are able to collect yourselves, kind of figure out what happened, heal yourselves up, and get anything you might have dropped or lost from the flooding and that whole situation, and continue on your way. It's about another 2.5 days travel from where you are now. And thankfully, it happens without too much issue. There's a couple of times where you're able to kind of sense that in the distance there's some of these undead hordes are moving. But Kira, you've traveled through these parts quite a bit, and you have a general idea of how to avoid these giant hordes of undead. Jeshi, similar to your military experience, you know these things move in patterns, and if you know what to look for, you can generally avoid them, unless you set off sonic traps that sort of draw them to your location. That's another story. But you're able to, with your wits about you, generally avoid any further encounters with these traveling undead. Now, you make it to you kind of come out of a large valley, and you're up on a hill as you're moving towards the ruined city of Stillgate. You come up over a ridge where Kira and Thorkum, you're expecting to get your first glimpse of the city. And you do. The red walls of Stillgate are the color of clotted blood. The dead city lay like a corpse in the mouth of the Western Pass. No tree grows within 100 yards, no birds sing, and nothing moves, not even the breeze. As your path climbs gradually to the entrance, you can see that the gates appear closed. But unlike the remains of any settlement you've previously encountered, everything seems whole and intact. It's not what you expected. It's not what you've heard. It does not seem a ruin at all, though all signs point to the city being derelict and abandoned. There's not a soul upon the walls. There's no guards in the tower. No travelers on the road. The entire area is silent and still. Yet, you can't shake the sense of being watched. Welcome to Stillgate. That's where we're going to end our session tonight. Awesome
Very
job,
nice.
you guys. That was amazingly fun. Tej, man, that was great. We loved having Kira here. Thanks for hanging out.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Double roll powers.
Yeah.
Anytime. This was a lot of fun. I had forgotten just how much fun this is.
We need a Kira emote.
We'll definitely get a Kira emote going. Boy, it's late. We had 3 raids tonight, I think. Thanks to
Whoa.
everybody who just came in.
Wow.
That's super great. Thanks to
Very
everybody
nice.
from Tej, from your channel. Everybody who came out and watched. That was
Yeah,
super fun
man.
too. We had an awesome crowd. I haven't checked on the GRIO'S Kickstarter since we started, but we were at
They're
I think we hit 10,000.
Almost 11,000.
Nice.
Almost 11,000, man.
Very
They're
nice.
gonna tomorrow. They should do it. That's awesome.
That's
But,
freaking cool.
Yeah, man. Do you want to find us a raid real quick, and
Yep.
we'll finish the night. Jump into somebody else's.
Yeah,
Pass
let's
it on.
Pass
let's
it
pay it
on.
forward.
Pass
So
it
if you
on,
just
pass it
if you just
on.
got here, then yeah, we'll find somebody a second. Let's see. We will find somebody awesome. And this time, the last 2 times in a row we raided somebody, they were gone by the time
Yeah.
we got there because everybody ended at the same time. So
Not this time.
oh, I learned the
Not
trick though.
this
Sort by
That's right.
started, right? That's what you showed us last
Yeah.
time. Okay, give me a second here.
Oh, that was fun,
Yeah.
guys.
Teach, do you have anything coming up for the folks watching you? Like, what's next on your?
Gosh, yeah. I'm
And
going through
Plans
Resident Evil 8
D&D.
right now. If you want to check out some horror stuff, it's a blast. That's a lot of fun. But as far
Nice.
as like eventized things, at the end of the month, I am doing a charity drive for StackUp.org.
Nice.
They're a organization that some people are pretty familiar with that does what it can to benefit the lives of active duty and veteran members of our military via either support here domestically or care packages sent abroad. And that stuff includes things like video games and consoles and all of life's little luxuries that maybe not
Nice.
available. Yeah. So pretty neat stuff. I'm really excited to do that. That'll be I got some wild incentives that my wife is quite frankly afraid of, and so there'll be plenty of reasons to donate lots of hard-earned American dollars toward a great cause. So that's gonna be the 29th, Saturday.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Fantastic.
Ooh, fun.
There we go.
Great time.
You got us
Got
one?
it.
I found one.
All right.
I double check. As long as they don't end their stream in the next like 30 seconds.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, seriously. Shoot, this was such a great stream, you guys. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We really appreciate Tej being here, and we appreciate everybody who supported GRIO'S Guide to the Wildlands Kickstarter. That just started today, so there's another whole month. But really, thanks to Next Level Gaming for sponsoring the show. We love supporting you guys, and we appreciate your support. And I'm really excited to get the whole book, so please help fund the Kickstarter. And until next week, good luck with your bad plans.